Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. Today we are going to create this responsive portfolio website using HTML, CSS and JavaScript. The source code is available in the description. If you like the content, please do like, share and subscribe. You can see the website is made using HTML, CSS and JavaScript, entirely beginner friendly, and it is a very professional website, portfolio website that you can use for your resume also. So now we are in the home section. You can see the typing effect, the front-end developer, and the words will disappear and it will come a new one, that is Canva designer. This typed JavaScript library that we have used for this effect. And you can see the hover effect on the social media icons. We have also integrated our icons here, and you can see the hover effect on the download view button, and you can see the box shadow effect around the button. And as we move from one section to another section, you can see the transition effect that is done by JavaScript library. And then we can go to the next section, our service section. You can see the hover effect, the box effect, 3D box effect to it, and we have integrated the icons also, and readme button. You can see the hover effect, very smooth transition, and you can see the hover effect on the projects with what project that is, and small information, and with an external link, demo link that we have added, and icon. You can see the transition, very smooth transition, and we can see the contact me form. Then we have used typed effects, and you can see the up arrow, that is to go back to the starting page. You can see the smooth and animation. This website is entirely responsive, that is, it is also available in mobile, desktop, tab versions. Let me show you. The source code is available in the description. You can get the source code from there and try to build this project. So now this is the same desktop version that we have seen. Now let's go to the mobile version. You can see this is the mobile version, very smooth mobile version. Just 1 second. Very smooth. The animation transition effect is there. You can see it. Just 1 second. You can see how neatly everything is aligned here in the mobile version also. You can see the projects, then the smooth transition effect of the typing effect of the we can see here JavaScript by using done using JavaScript. Menu bar, have the menu bar. Website is entirely made using HTML using JavaScript, a beginner-friendly project. You can do it, and the source code is available in the description for any queries that whenever you are facing any trouble doing this project, you can go through that. And full tutorial is also available on the website, on the YouTube channel. There are a lot of amazing websites that I have built, and full tutorials are also added over there so that you can be able to learn front-end web development. And definitely try to visit the channel for more amazing content. Thank you. Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. So now we are going to go through the line by line code for this responsive portfolio website using HTML, CSS and JavaScript. You can see this is the portfolio website home page. And now let's go to the index.html file. So right now we are in the head section. You can see we have all of the meta tags. We have the title tag for our title of the website, that is the responsive personal portfolio website. Then we have linked our box icons using link tag. You can see here. Then we have linked our stylex CSS file using the link tag. This is the style.css file. Then you can go to the body section. In the body section, we are right now in the header section. In that we have anchor tag for adding the logo, that is portfolio. Then we have tag, this menu icon tag that we have for the mobile version. The mobile version it will be visible. And then we have the navbar. The navbar we have anchor elements. For each and every anchor element we have fetch reference. That reference is nothing but whenever you click on the home button, then it will move to this particular reference that we have given. Here I mentioned hash home, right? So wherever id equal to home is there, it will move to that section. You can see here in the home section we have id equal to home. So whenever you click on this anchor tag home, it will move to this section, home section. Similar way, about services, portfolio and contact anchor tags are added in the header section ends here. Now let's also go through the code continuously along with the style.css. Here right now we have imported tool a font family tokens using import and URL. And then we have added the basic default values, that is margin is 0, padding is 0, box styling is box, border box, text decoration is none, border is none, outline is 1, smooth behavior is smooth. Now font family is pop-ins and sans. So these will be applied. These are basic values that we have added. Then we have the root element. Root element is nothing but whatever the value that you are going to apply to this website, that you want to add them default values, right? So all these values will be added in the root element. And you can call these values directly by using the var. You can see here for the body background color, we are background, you are using var element and we are calling the bg color. The bg color is nothing but you can see here we have written in the root element. You don't have to write this code, hexa code again. You just have to call the name that you want to apply by using the var element. Then we can go to the HTML, that is HTML is nothing but font size is given to it. Also X is hidden. The exceptional flow is hidden. Then we have the section. For each section, we have minimum width is 100 VH, minimum height is 100 VH, padding is given to it. And for the header, we are using position switch. It will be added to the top. That is, the header will be the top of the website. And we have applied width equal 100%, padding is given. Then we have background color, text is display text, justify content is space between, align it to center. You can see space is added between the logo and the nav elements. These two are the one, and these two are the elements that are only available in the header section. Then we can go to the header sticky, that is border bottom equal to 110 solid. And we have a border variant that will be visible to you in the next sections. You can see this is the header, and we have a light border below the header that is added by using here. That is border dot 110 solid, and we have added in black color to it. Then we have the logo. Logo is nothing but this portfolio is the logo that we have added. For that we are adding the font size, color, font weight, and cursor is font is given. Then for the navbar anchor elements, we are adding the font size, color, margin, left turn transition. So whenever we hover onto this navbar elements, or when it is active color active, it will change color. You can see that the color is added to the home section. Whenever you click on any section, the color will change into that blue color. At the same time, whenever it is an active, that is whenever we have a particular section also, it will be an active state. Then we can go to the next one, that is menu icon. Menu icon font size current displays none. This is for the menu icon. The displays none because we don't want the menu icon to be this menu icon box. Menu icon should not be visible in the desktop version, right? So we are keeping it as display equal to none. So whenever we are in the mobile version, in the filter queries, we will change it to display equal to grid. Then it will be visible to us, visible to us in the mobile version. Then we can go to the home section. Let's go to the home section. The home section, you can see we have the main div, that is the home content div. It's 3 elements, that is heading 3, heading 1. On heading 3 element, then we are using span element to have the multiple text that is nothing for to have the typing JavaScript library. The data will be displayed here. And then we have the div element that is used for social media tags that we are added using anchor tag. Then we have added using I tag inside the anchor tag. And these are the box icons, VX, VXL, GitHub. This is how you integrate the box icons into your website. And then we have also added an anchor tag after the div element, that is to download CD button. Then we have the div for home div, in which we have added the home image, that is the image element by using the portfolio PNG that we have added. The home section is here. You can see that for the H3 element and ion, we have added span, right? Multiple text. This text will be coming from the script.js. You can see here const type, new type, that is multiple text, right? That multiple text is referring to here, that is to the span element. We are added classes multiple text. So what happens is that we are creating a constant list type when we are adding the string elements that you want to display in place of this span element. Right? We have given front-end developer, Canva designer, video editor, the three names that I'm giving here. And we are telling the typing speed is 100, back speed is 100, back delay is 1000. This is nothing but loop is 2. So what happens is that you can see here, we are having front-end dev. Dev is not completed here. We actually mentioned what we mentioned, front-end developer, right? So that you can be able to understand it. I've taken a screenshot that before completed. So front-end developer, the one by one letter will be displayed because we are added the typing speed equal to 100. So slowly it will display. At the same time, it will go back. That means it will remove each and every single letter because back speed equal to 100 and back delay equal to 1 millisecond. So it will first it will showcase as front-end developer. It will remove everything, and then it will show camera designer. It will remove everything. Then it will go to video editor. So this typing effect is done by the JavaScript library. And then go to the next section, that is the about section. And before that, we will go to the home section CSS. Here you can see display flex, justify content is space between, align identity center. We have mainly two divs. One is the home content div, one is the home image div. So because we are added the space between them, so the space is added between them and both contents are moved towards each end. Then for the home image, we are giving width, extra element font size and font weight is applied, and margin bottom is applied. For the nth element, that is second one, you can see here below this we are adding the margin bottom is applied here, that is theorem of gap is added. And for the span element we are adding the color, different color to it. For the head from content h1 element we are adding font size, font weight and line height is 1.3. You can see line height is nothing but the gap between them is the line height, the distance that we want to give between each and every line of text. Then we have for social media and for icons, we are adding the justify content is center, align it is center, width is 4 height is 4 background is transparent, border is 2.2 main color, border radius is 50%. Because of this border radius is 50%, you can see a circular error. And because we are adding the border, for the border we are adding the main color, right? So we are getting the blue color to all the icons. Then whenever you hover onto this anchor tags, that is social media icons, then the background color will change to main color and the color of the text will change to secondary color and box shadow will appear. Then we can go to the bottom element. For the button, we are adding the padding, background color, border radius is 4. You can see here the cardboard edges are because of the border radius that you have added, which is nothing but 4. Then font size box shadows effect is given. You can see the 3D box shadow effect around the button. Then whenever you hover onto the button, the box shadow will become null. That means the glow will be glow. It will not glow and it will only surface downward CD button. Then we can go to the about section. This is the about me section. The about section we have the main. We have the first div is about image div and the second div is about content. And the about image we have a image tag for the image. Then we have the about content. We have the history element for the heading. About me a span element to separate me for we can be able to add the color. History for the front-end development, front-end developer, which is heading 3, paragraph tag to add some data. Then we have an anchor element for renew with the classes button. So the button, the same button style that we have for download will be applied here. In section ends here. See the board for that will display for justify conduct center, alignment is center, gap is student. So the gap is added between student and the align exactly at the center. And image with is given, heading, then text in the center, font size is 4.5 then. You can see the heading, we have added. And H2, H3 elements, paragraph, font size, margin values are added. And we can go to the services section. This is the services section. Yeah. In the services section, we have the heading tag by using the H2 element. Then we have the span element as our services. Then we have the main div, that is service container. Inside we have single div, that is service box divs that we have repeated. And inside service box, we have the I tag for adding the icon, that is code out. And we have added the H3 element, heading element, vector element, and paragraph tag to have details. Then we have an anchor tag with classes button, btn, and readme. The same div is again copied again for 3 more times for adding 3 more different services. Then go to the see, you can see that image. This is the image. We have already seen the heading and we have already seen the button also. Button CSS also. Now let's go to each and every block CSS. For the container, we are adding space flex. This is the control center, alignment center. So flex wrap is wrap is equal to 2rem. So between each and every block, we are having 2rem gap and then align it to the center. Then for the each and every service box, we are adding flex. The background color is added to it, adding is added, border radius is 2rem. We can see curved edges. This curved edge is done by border radius, which is 2rem. Text align is set, justify content is center, border is given to it. The BG background is given, the background color will be given to it, and then we can go to the next width is item given, and whenever you hover onto the box, the border color is changing to main color and transform is scaling, which is it will scale above. You can see the difference between both of the sizes. So whenever you hover onto it, it will scale big, it will come into big size, and the border will change, border color also changes. Next, the element font size is given, history element font size, paragraph font size margin. Then you can go to the portfolio section. Portfolio, it is your project section. You can see here, this one. In the portfolio section, we have the same H2 heading, we have the class, latest project. Then we have the main div, that is the portfolio container, inside which we have the div portfolio box, in which we have the image tag, and then we have the div for portfolio layer, that is travel. H3 element, H4 element for travel, paragraph element for adding small data. Then we have anchor tag for external I tag we have added, that is icon that we have linked, that is link external that we have added, and same div is copied again. The same div is copied again. The same div is copied again for 6 more times for adding the 6 more projects into our website. You can see the image here. We have added total 6 projects. And now let's go to the CSS portfolio container. We are using this page called grid, and grid template column repeat is free one FR. So we are having 3 portfolios that we have, 3 projects, 1, 2, 3, and then for each portfolio box, we are adding the domain areas. Box channel is given to them, or flow student, display flux height is given to them. And you can see that because we have added the border radius, we are getting small curved edges to the portfolio images. Portfolio projects, an image with equal to 100%, time to show is 0.5 seconds. So whenever you hover onto this portfolio box, the transform scale will take place for the image. You can see the image will enlarge at the same time. At the same time, we are also adding the portfolio layer, right? This blue color shiny layer with the continental and paragraph data, as well as the external link icon. This is nothing but the portfolio layer by adding the position is absolute. It is hovering onto the portfolio image that we have added, and displays flex, specific content is center, alignment is center, text direction is column. You can see one of them, the heading, data, and the external tab icon. Then we can see that whenever we hover onto this box, the transform translate to y equal to 0 will come, because first we are adding translate y equal to 100%, right? So it will not be visible. When y equal to 0, it will come to visible whenever we hover onto it. The image will expand, at the same time it will come to visibility, and you can be able to see this name as well as external link icon. Name H4 with paragraph element, we are adding the franchise margin. Rank attack, we are adding the justify element to center, alignment into center. Then we have added the background pillar, icon elements, franchise color. Then we can go to the contact me section. This is the contact me. This is the contact me form. You can see here, right now in the contact me section, we have the h2 heading element, that is contact me. Inside span element. Then we have the form tag. Inside form, we have the main div, div, input box divs. In each div, we have two input elements with type function mentioned in there. Type is very important, because if you don't mention email, if you mention email as type, then what will happen is that if the user doesn't mention gmail.com, it will consider as an error, and it will showcase it as an error. So if you don't mention it, the user may enter some other data, wrong data, and you won't be able to get the proper email. So type is very important. Definitely try to mention it when you get chance. Then we have another div with input box. Inside we have input number and text. One is for mobile number and one is for email subject. Then we have text area. Whenever you want to give more space that you want to give to the user to enter more amount of data, then you can use text area. And by mentioning the column numbers and row numbers, you can expand the size of it. Here I am mentioning rows 10. You can see the very height, the size of the text area is increased. And then we have an input type is submit. We are getting the class is added btn, so we are getting the button. You can see this button, that same button style what we have applied. Then we have then we get the footer section. In the footer section, we have the footer text div, in which we have paragraph element for copyright, all right reserves. And then we have another div which is footer icon top, which is nothing but the arrow up icon. So whenever you click on this icon, you will move back to the home section, because for the anchor element we are having the hrefs is home, right? So wherever the id is home, that is in the home section, right? So to move back to the home section, we have used the script link to add our scroll reveal. This is JavaScript reveal library. Then we have our JS delivery type of JS JavaScript library for the top text type function that we have added in the main home section. And we have also linked our script.js using our script tag. This script tag that we have added integrated to our integrated HTML. Now let's go to the CSS. Contact form that we are giving the margin width. Margin is given, text time is center, margin bottom is freedom. And then we have input box, display space between, justify content space between, text box is tab, right? So in each input box we have two elements, so the two elements are aligned beside each other. And then we have for all the contact for input box input and text area, we are adding the width equal to 100%. Font size, color, background radius is given, and border radius is also given. You can see light curved edges for each and every input element. Then we can go to the input for the width is given, and text area, the size is none. Then we have given button, for the button element we are given margin box is given. And for the footer section, we are using display flex, distribute the space between and center, flex type is wrap, right? So here we have two divs. One is the copyright div, and one is the button to go back to the top. So that is the reason the space is added between them, and the both elements are aligned at each ends. Because we have added justify content is space between. Paragraph element from size is given, and paragraph icon top anchor element we are giving it as justify center. Padding is given to it. Border radius is for 8. You can see the border gets a curved edges, curved edges. Then the media queries. This media queries is nothing but whenever you want to make your website responsive, that you want it to be available in the mobile version, in the tab version, or in the desktop version, then you use this mobile media queries. So here we have up to now we have developed the desktop version. Right now we will make it changes, small changes will be made. Like you can see the font size is reduced. Max width 200 is below 1200 pixel screen size device only. These values will be applied. By using this edited media and max width, you can mention the screen sizes. And you can see padding values are changing. Not we are not adding any new code here. We are just changing the values back to the the values are changed. That is large values like font size 4 RAM is there in the desktop version. We only want 2 RAM in the mobile version because the screen size is small, right? We are changing those values. And max size is 768, below 768. This menu icon is important here because in the desktop version we have lot of space, so we have shown all our navbar here, but in the mobile version we don't have that much space. That is the reason in the starting of the code I told you menu icon displays none, right? So it will be hidden, but in the maximum width is 768 pixel, means that it is the mobile device width. So that what we are doing is that display will be blocked. So the icon will be displayed and the navbar will be changed. Here what we are doing with the navbar is that we are making position as absolute. So it will hold on to the parent element, represent the website, and then we are using top equal to 100% and left equal to 0, width equal to 100%, padding is given to it, and display will be none, so it will not be visible. And whenever we are clicking on that, let me show you the script that you can see here. I am referring to menu icon and navbar. You can see here on the, show you. You can see this is the menu icon and this is the navbar, right? So I am referring both of them here and creating constants, two constants. One is menu icon and navbar. So what I'm doing is that whenever you click on the menu icon, we are toggling with BX icon, right? At the same time, I'm also adding navbar. For the navbar, I'm also adding active list. So what happens whenever I'm adding active list is that in the mobile version, the navbar will not be visible, right? So whenever you click on this menu icon, what happens is that it will for the navbar we are adding the active list. So what is active one? Navbar active means the display will be blocked so that the navbar will be visible in the mobile screen, right? I think you understand that. So first display is none. So whenever you're clicking on the navbar icon, then we are adding the active list to the navbar. It is nothing but to this navbar we are adding the active. Then what happens is that your display will become blocked and the navbar will be visible to you in the mobile device. Okay. Next, flex direction column, justify content space evenly. You can see that font size values are only changing with flex directions will change. No new code is added here. You can see grid template column repeat equal to. This is for the portfolio section. You can see here for the projects we have a lot of space in the desktop version, so we have added 3 projects in one single row. But in the mobile device or in the tab device, the size will be reduced, right? So we are adding only two portfolios will be visible. In the similar way, we are going below screen sizes like 617, 365. These are below values, below screen size. Based on the screen size, we are changing the values. That's all. We are not creating any new values here. We just reducing the values and changing the flex directions. You can see column, similar way to the column. So this is the website. We are done. And on scroll, so you can see this is on scroll is nothing but, so whenever we are scrolling through each and every section, right, in that section what it is doing, that it is getting an attribute ID. So by getting the ID elements, you can see for each and every section we have ID, right? You can see ID home, then we have ID equal to above. So these values are actually getting acquired here, and based on those values we are having the navbar element. For the navbar element we are referring those ID values and we are adding active list to it. So what happens is that for these elements, you can see we are right now in the portfolio section. So the portfolio section color is navbar color is in blue color. So that is added here. By adding this active list to them, the navbar is adding the color to this particular section. Then we have sticky. Then we have the scroll reveal. Scroll reveal is 80 pixel distance is given. Duration is 2 seconds. Delay is 2 seconds. The scroll reveal is nothing but the animation that take place. You can see here. I will tell you. First, we are creating scroll reveal. Home content, heading, origin is top. So what is happening is that this home content is there. Right? This content, entire content will be visible from top to bottom in an animation way. It will come from top to bottom and the values will be displayed. That transition is done by using this tool reveal JavaScript library. So by mentioning the origin, from which direction that you want the data to come to visibility. Here you're giving here origin is top right. From the top side, both the content will be visible. They will come to downside and will be visible. In the same way, I'm adding for the home image, service container, portfolio box, contact form, I'm adding origin equal to bottom. So you can see that hello, it's me, Abhiram Tej, when comes from the top side, the image will come from the bottom side, giving a good professional look to your website, giving a smooth animation. And you can also mention the delay here. The duration is 2 milliseconds, so it will be a very smooth animation to your professional portfolio website. That's it. If you like the content, please do like, share, and subscribe. For more amazing content, please do visit the channel. There are a lot of tutorials available on the website, and it takes really lot of efforts for building this project. Thank you so much for watching. Thanks a lot. Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. Today we are going to create this responsive portfolio website using HTML, CSS, and JavaScript. The source code is available in the description. If you like the content, please do like, share, and subscribe. You can see the website is made using HTML, CSS, and JavaScript, entirely beginner friendly, and it is a very professional website, portfolio website that you can use for your resume also. So now we are in the home section. You can see the typing effect, the front-end developer, and the words will disappear and it will come a new one, that is Canva designer. This typed JavaScript library that we have used for this effect. And you can see the hover effect on the social media icons. We have also integrated our icons here, and you can see the hover effect on the download view button, and you can see the box shadow effect around the button. And as we move from one section to another section, you can see the transition effect that is done by JavaScript library. And then we can go to the next section, our service section. You can see the hover effect, the box effect, 3D box effect to it, and we have integrated the icons also, and readme button. You can see the hover effect, very smooth transition, and you can see the hover effect on the projects with what project that is, and small information, and with an external link, demo link that we have added, and icon. You can see the transition, very smooth transition, and we can see the contact me form. Then we have used typed effects, and you can see the up arrow, that is to go back to the starting page. You can see the smooth and animation. This website is entirely responsive, that is, it is also available in mobile, desktop, tab versions. Let me show you. The source code is available in the description. You can get the source code from there and try to build this project. So now this is the same desktop version that we have seen. Now let's go to the mobile version. You can see this is the mobile version, very smooth mobile version. Just 1 second. Very smooth. The animation transition effect is there. You can see it. Just 1 second. And you can see how neatly everything is aligned here in the mobile version also. You can see the projects, then the smooth transition effect of the typing effect of the you can see here JavaScript by using done using JavaScript. Menu bar, have the menu bar, website is entirely made using HTML using JavaScript, a beginner-friendly project. You can do it, and the source code is available in the description for any queries that whenever you are facing any trouble doing this project, you can go through that. And full tutorial is also available on the website on the YouTube channel. There are a lot of amazing websites that I have built, and full tutorials are also added over there so that you can be able to learn front-end web development. And definitely try to visit the channel for more amazing content. Thank you. Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. Today we are going to create this responsive portfolio website using HTML, CSS and JavaScript. The source code is available in the description. If you like the content, please do like, share and subscribe. The entire website is made using HTML, CSS and JavaScript. We have used AOS JavaScript library for smooth animation effect that you can see here. And we have used main CSS functions like box shadow effect, hover effects, and the full tutorial is also available in the website in the channel, and we can go through the each and every section now. The website is entirely responsive, that is, it is also available in mobile tab as well as in desktop version. Right now we are in the home section. You can see the span element. By using the span element, we change the color, that is front end development, and you can see the hover effect on the button, no more button, and you can see the hover effect on the call, the mobile number. You can see this is done by using the after effect and hover combined in the CSS. Then we can go to the next section. We can see the service section, and we have integrated the icons here. You can see these icons, and whenever you hover onto them, you can see the box shadow effect, a border box 3D box effect is done. And you can see that while we are moving from one section to another section, the automatic color is changing in the left side nav bar, and you can see hover effect on the image and hover effect on the image also. And we also have the read more button. You can see how neatly they have all been aligned, and you can see this is the education section. And then we can go to the testimonial section. We have integrated the stars, that is icons, into our website. And then the blog post, you can see we have used the border radius effect so that we can get the curved edges, and the animation is very smooth. The hover effect is acting very smooth, and you can see the contact me button, contact me form, and you can see the hover effect and focus. When you click on the buttons, the border is changing, and you can see the hover on the submit button and social media icons. This website, you can see the nav bar, or how responsive the nav bar is. You can move from one section to another section in a very smooth way, and the animation is also taking place in a very smooth way. This website is also available in mobile and desktop, mobile version, tab version also. That is, it is entirely responsive website. Let me show you that. So as you've seen before, this is the desktop version, and now we will go to the mobile version of this website. This is the mobile version of the website. You can see the smooth animation transition effects. You can see how they have merged to the size of the mobile version. This is one of the Chrome browsing features that we have, inspect feature, which allows us to view our websites in all types of mobile devices, tabs, desktop versions. And you can see the menu bar here, and when we click on the menu button, we will move to that particular section. And this website is entirely responsive, that is, it is also available in tab version and tab, in mobile version, desktop version. It will give you access to each and every device that you want to open your website. Entirely professional and responsive portfolio website, made entirely using HTML, CSS and JavaScript. The source code is available in the description. If you like the content, please do like, share, and subscribe. Full tutorials are also available in the YouTube channel. You can visit the channel and learn front-end web development, and for entirely free, no charges apply. You can learn front-end web development. Line by line code is also explained in the full tutorial. The source code is available in the description. Thank you so much for watching this video, and hang on till for next amazing videos. Thank you. Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. So now we are going to do the line by line code for this professional portfolio itself. See here, right now we are in the index.html5, the meta tags. Then we have the title tag for adding the title of the website, that is responsive portfolio. Then we have linked bootstrap in CSS file using the link tag. Then we have also linked our AOS animation CSS file. Then we have linked uh, font awesome, line awesome in one.css file. Then we have also linked our style.css main CSS file. You can see what this is our main style.css file. Here we are using Bootstrap, so most of the CSS is directly applied by using the class names. So right now we are in the body section. You can see database by square. These two values of database target is not one. So these values are the Bootstrap values that we have added here. Then we have bootstrap values that we added here are the navbar expand LG, navbar dark, fixed top. So these are class values of bootstrap values that we can directly access by adding the bootstrap. You can see here we have added the bootstrap CSS. CSS is a bootstrap CSS that we have already been given directly downloaded. And we have also added the reverse CSS, line of some main CSS. You can see here. And this is the main style.css file. And now we are in the navbar. The navbar, we have the main div, that is the container div, inside which we have an anchor tag, inside which we have span element for adding the name, that is Aviram, and then we have an image element for adding the portfolio image. Then we have the button tag. Inside the button tag, we are adding inside the button tag we have the navbar toggler button, and we have span element, that is navbar taggler icon that we have used. Then we have div element, and the main div element which consists as an another list. Inside another list we have list item. Inside list item we have an anchor tag with class name, nav link, and active. And we have the reference, which reference is given here so that we can be able to move to that particular reference location whenever we click on these anchor elements. That goes for services, work, report, testimonial, blog, and contact. Then the navbar ends here. Then content wrapper. This content wrapper is the main deal, inside which we have the home section. So now let's go to the CSS along with it. We have imported the font family, full font family. That is by using this imported import URL. Then we have added the root element. Root element is nothing but whatever the values that you are going to use in this website, you can add those values in the root element, and you can just call those values by using the var element. You can see here for the body tag, we have the background color var color base 2. You can see color base 2 is added in the root element. You don't have to write this hash 0222830 again. You can just call these values by using the name by adding the var element. And for the body tag, we are adding the background color font size is added to them. And for the card, each card we are adding the image, flow is hidden, and transition is given to it. Card hover is image for the image transition scale. For the H1 heading tags, we are adding the base default value, that is color and font size. Font weight is 100. For the anchor tag, we are removing the text decoration none, which is nothing but the default decoration values should be there, right? The color underscore value should be there. Those values are removed by adding the text decoration is none. Color is given to it, and then transition is given to it. Then whenever we hover onto the anchor element, the color will change. Then we have the image. For the image, for any images that we are importing into the website, we are adding width equal to 100%. For the navbar, you can see for each nav link, we are adding the font weight, and font weight is given, and text transform is uppercase. You can see here in the image. You can see the image here. You can see the social have icons are all of them uppercase, home, services, work, about, testimonial, blog, and contact. Then we can whenever we hover onto the nav element, the color will change. You can see here it has a uh, the color is changed for the home section. You can see here. Next, minimum weight is 992. It is nothing but the for the desktop version. For the desktop version, the nav bar, for the nav bar, we are adding the minimum height is 100 VH, maximum width is given as sidebar width, and background image gradient is added, and we are adding the portfolio image also. And background size is cover, background position is center. You can see here, or by adding these values, we are now making this side nav bar for the desktop version. Then navbar brand image, we are adding the border 5 pixel solid, and we are adding the main color brand. You can see the solid color around it, around the image. Content wrapper, margin left equal to wrap, sidebar width, text brand equal to color. Color is given for it. Full height is the full height, minimum height is 100 px, height equal to 100%, text is equal to text. Flex direction is column, justify content is center. Padding is given, padding bottom, base, which is base, shadow effect is given, and whenever you hover onto shadow effect, the box shadow effect will change. And icon for each and every icons, we have added the display flex, alternative to center, justify content is center, and for the button elements, we are adding the padding and font size given. For this, can go to the next section. Here you can see right now we are in the section. In the section we have the main div, that is container. Then we have div, that is h1 element. We are adding the data iOS is nothing but the JavaScript. We have integrated the iOS JavaScript library, right? So by mentioning the data iOS, you can save the fading animation that will take place, that is fade up, right? So it will fade from upside, it fade into the website. This h1 element, that is I am Apiram professional, span element is pointer developer. These all values will fade from upside, and the data iOS delays here given is as 300, that is 300 millisecond. After this next one will come below it. This data iOS had nothing but iOS animation that we directly integrating to our each and every tag that we are adding. In paragraph element, then we have the main div, and in that div we have the no more button. Then we have another anchor tag to have our one number that we have added. Most of the time we are using the bootstrap direct CSS classes. So the CSS file will be very less compared to that. And then we can see the code section. You can see the more button as well as the call me both details we have added here. Next, we can go to the services section. In the services section, we have the container, inside which we have the H6 for the heading, H1 for the services that I provide. Next, we have the div. Inside that div, we have the main services, that is nothing but the icon box, where we are giving the icon as well as code. Icon is given in H5 element for the heading of the service, and paragraph element to have some more details. And we have an anchor tag for see more button, and then the div here, the same div is copied again for two more times for adding for both UI UX design as well as for the web design. You can see the services image. This is the services image. The three divs are aligned, and uh, you can see PG base, PG sport, already sport. Shadow effect is added by, these are all the bootstrap values. You can see shadow effect. The shadow effect you can see here. The box shadow effect is added to each and every div that we have, and at the same time, you can see the rounded 4. Rounded 4 is nothing but you can see the curved edges for each and every box is added here. Then, we also have the background base is given, that is basic background is added to it. Next we can go to the work section. In the work section, you can see we have the main container, inside which we have the work column, work and recent projects. Then we have the div that is row div, inside which we have the main div. You can see this is the main div. Uh, this div is copied again. We are adding the image. Then we are adding the, you can see for the image we are adding rounded 4. Let me show you the image. Um, where is the image? This is one block image. You can see the block image here. You can see the curved edges, rounded 4 curved edges, which is here given here. You can see rounded 4 for the image section. And then we have the data travel h4 element. Then we have the paragraph element, that is text to byte. Then we have the anchor element, that is the normal button. The same div, this same div is copied again for 4 more times for adding the 4 more projects into our website. You can see the website. This is the portfolio boxes that we have created, and we added the rounded 4. We are getting this, and we have also added the box shadow effect. You can see the shadow effect is also added. This shadow effect is both stat values directly adding the class values. We are getting those values directly applied to our each and every div. You can see the box shadow effect and core effect is also added to it. Then uh, then we can go to the section, the core education. In this, we are also having the div. Inside div, we have the similar way we have added the div. Here we have h5 element for the major heading. Then we have the text and timeline, that is executed paragraph element, and the same data is copied again. You can see this. The same div is copied again for 3 more times, for adding for 3 more times with over more information or more data, that is masters of data. You can see here, this is the application PNG. You can see how we have added the font CSS. Shadow effect is added, rounded 4 is added, which gives the curved edges to our each and every section. You can see the curved edges, and the shadow effect is added to them also as well. Then uh, the fade up is given. This data errors, it will fade upside with a delay of 900 milliseconds. Then we can go to the testimonial section. This is the testimonial section. You can see we have the main details here, and you can see the name. It's 6 for the heading, that is testimonial, and it's 1 for the what my client say about me. This H1 is. Then we have inside which we have div for each and every one, each and every section. This is the starting div that we have, and in the div we have another div for stars, adding the stars by using the last alias star. This is the font icons that we have integrated. The total of 5 icons are integrated inside, and by using the paragraph element we are removing some data. Then we have another div for adding the history, that is the name and designation of the particular person using the paragraph in its element. The div ends here. The same div is copied again. The same div is copied again for 3 more times to get 3 more boxes. You can see here in the testimonial section. And for them, we are adding the same rounded 4 is added to them, and you can see the rounded 4 is added to them. You can see the box order and all edges are rounded. Then we have the shadow effect is added to them, and for the stars we are also adding CSS, that is color is added to them for the stars. Next we have the blog. For the blog we are adding the main div, that is the container div. Inside that we have a div as you go. In that div we have the column mid value is given to it, mid 6, as well as h1 for blog name. Then we have the div, that is row div. Inside that div we have the main div that we have copied. Here we have the div, that is card rounded 4. Let me show you the image, blog image. This is the blog image. Here we have the 2 divs. You can see here we are in the div for the image. For that we are using rounded 4. So we are getting the image is getting curved edges. Then Then you can see we have another div that is quad content div. Inside we have the text brand. Margin bottom is 2 and margin bottom is 4 for the H4 element. You can see here heading, and below the heading element where 4 rem of cap is given, then the readme button is aligned. It is added here, and for the anchor element read more, we are adding a custom link class to it, and we are getting this box shadow effect that we are adding the shadow, bootstrap shadow. You can see here we have added the shadow effect, bootstrap shadow effect, so it's a bootstrap effect directly to the project. So we dig. So the div that we have, then we have the contact section. In the contact section as a div one h6 in which one. Here we have the contact and its contact name. Then we have the div with column equal is 8. Contact div, we can show, you can see the contact div. This is the contact div because we are adding the column equal 8. It will be added exactly at the center of the div. And for the form, inside the form, we are adding the div for input element for each and every div. Column with value 6 so that they will be aligned exactly to the center. And at the same time, for each and every input element, we are adding, we are mentioning the type element. Type is nothing but whenever we want to enter anything from the user. And if it doesn't mention the proper information, like for the email, we have to mention at the gmail.com. If it doesn't mention, it will showcase as an error so that the user can provide the proper information to you. So that is one of the major important reason why you have to mention type, that is email or text or mobile number for the input form element. Then we have the div elements for text area, and then we have the div for the button. This submit button, for that button and button brand is given. You can see for the button, and you can see button brand. For the button brand, we are adding the border. Background color is added to it. Border is 2 pixels solid. You can see the border. 2 pixels solid is given to it. Then we have text brand, button brand. Whenever you want to the button brand or focus, the background color will change. Border is 2 pixels solid. Color will change into white. What is the text will change from blue to black, blue to white color. Then custom link. This is nothing but for the font size, font weight is given, position is given for the custom link of the. This is for the button that we have used. Position is absolute. Top is 10%, right equal to 0. Top is 0. Transition is given, and hover or after effect weight equal to 100%. You can see this custom link is nothing but, you can see here in the different section. You can see for the column, when you go on it, on the line will come beside it. Below it, that is done by using this custom link and code effect. Then background color is given for the contact font control. We are giving background color, and color. Then control focus is given to the contact, and placeholder we are adding the color. So the color is given to them, and height is 42 pixels for the social media icons that we have integrated. You can see here. Can go to the footer section. In the footer section, we have the paragraph elements and auto chooser, and we will also include the social icons using the anchor tag as well as the I tag. That is YouTube, GitHub, and Instagram. So for them, we have added the styles. That is for every icon, we are adding the width and height is function. Part weight is 1 pixel, right? So this is the contact. You can see we get a circular icons below that we have added the border radius and the pixel. Background color is given, color is added to it. Input file width is 100 pixel, 180 pixel, height is 100 pixel, and the media query maximum width is 422. That is below them. The padding top is 0 and displays block. So this is the website section. Now let's go to the main CSS JavaScript. Here we are using AOS, right? For the AOS, we are mentioning offset delay values are already mentioned. The duration is value from this duration values that we have already mentioned, right? Because main JavaScript is that it is initializing the AOS. So initialize AOS, we are giving these values, and the AOS values are already added directly to our website. You can see for each and every section we are using data AOS fed up. So what it is that it will from down to upside animation will take place, and how much delay take place it will given by this data AOS delay. So to initialize this AOS, we have written this small JavaScript code. And this is Bootstrap JavaScript code. This is AOS JavaScript code. You can download directly. These are the fonts that we have used. Then standard CSS and value, line or some union CSS value, then Bootstrap CSS, AOS CSS. Then website. If you like the content, please do like, share, and subscribe because we have used Bootstrap directly classes. We don't have a lot of CSS here. Directly calling those classes, we are getting the strings applied to our developments for each and every section. If you like the content, please do like, share, and subscribe. Thank you so much for watching this video. For more tutorials and to learn front-end web development, please do visit the channel. Thank you. Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. Today we are going to create this responsive portfolio website using HTML, CSS and JavaScript. The source code is available in the description. If you like the content, please do like, share and subscribe. The entire website is made using HTML, CSS and JavaScript. We have used AOS JavaScript library for smooth animation effect that you can see here. And we have used main CSS functions like box shadow effect, hover effects, and the full tutorial is also available in the website in the channel. And we can go through the each and every section now. The website is entirely responsive. That is, it is also available in mobile, tab as well as in desktop version. Right now we are in the home section. You can see the span element. By using the span element, we changed the color, that is front end development. And you can see the hover effect on the button, no more button. And you can see the hover effect on the call, the mobile number. You can see this is done by using the after effect and hover combined in the CSS. Then we can go to the next section. We can see the service section and we have integrated the icons here. You can see these icons, and whenever you hover onto them, you can see the box shadow effect, a border box 3D box effect is done. And you can see that while we are moving from one section to another section, the automatic color is changing in the left side nav bar. And you can see hover effect on the image and hover effect on the image also. And we also have the read more button. You can see how neatly they have all been aligned. And you can see this is the education section. And then we can go to the testimonial section. We have integrated the stars, that is icons, into our website. And then the blog post, you can see we have used the border radius effect so that we can get the curved edges. And the animation is very smooth. The hover effect is acting very smooth. And you can see the contact me button, contact me form, and you can see the hover effect and focus. When you click on the buttons, the border is changing. And you can see the hover on the submit button and social media icons. This website, you can see the nav bar or how responsive the nav bar is. You can move from one section to another section in a very smooth way, and the animation is also taking place in a very smooth way. This website is also available in mobile and desktop, mobile version, tab version also. That is, it is entirely responsive website. Let me show you that. So as you've seen before, this is the desktop version. And now we will go to the mobile version of this website. This is the mobile version of the website. You can see the smooth animation transition effects. You can see how they have merged to the size of the mobile version. This is one of the Chrome browsing features that we have, inspect feature, which allows us to view our websites in all types of mobile devices, tabs, desktop versions. And you can see the menu bar here. And when we click on the menu button, we will move to that particular section. And this website is entirely responsive. That is, it is also available in tab version. and tab uh, in mobile version, desktop version. It will give you access to each and every device that you want to open your website. Entirely professional and responsive portfolio website made entirely using HTML, CSS, and JavaScript. The source code is available in the description. If you like the content, please do like, share, and subscribe. Full tutorials are also available in the YouTube channel. You can visit the channel and learn front-end web development, and for entirely free, no charges apply. You can learn front-end web development. Line by line code is also explained in the full tutorial. The source code is available in the description. Thank you so much for watching this video, and hang on till for next amazing videos. Thank you. Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. Today we are going to create this responsive portfolio website using HTML, CSS, and JavaScript. The source code is available in the description. If you like the content, please do like, share, and subscribe. There are full tutorials available on the website, on the YouTube channel as well. Line by line code is explained, and you can create wonderful websites for your projects, for the school projects, or for college projects, or for any business requirements. Definitely try to build these projects. The source code is available, and full tutorials are also available in the YouTube channel. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. So now let's go to the website. So you can see the navbar, home, about, qualification. You can see the hover effect on the navbar elements, and you can see how we neatly align the text, as well as we have aligned the information of experience, projects completed, and the companies worked with by using the justify content space around text. And then we can go to the about me section. You can see the hover effect on the button, and you can see the technologies. This the way that we have aligned backend and front end. You can see the icon that we have added before the technology name, and you can see how we align the subtitle element and as well as subtitle, and we have also added the underline using the after effect of CSS function. Then we can see the professional qualification, that is experience, and by using the grid we have aligned them in the website. And you can see the icons also, how we integrate the icons. Then you can see the resume button, and you can see the hover effect. Then we have the services section, that is front end. You can see the hover effect on the box, and you can see the box will expand, as well as the background color will change. And then we have the projects. You can see the projects. Then you can see the hover effect on the demo button. You can see how neatly we have aligned them, equally spaced. Then we can go to the testimonial section. You can see how the testimonial section is aligned. By clicking on this button, you can change by using the directly also. It will move from one testimonial to another testimonial 2 seconds to each testimonial. It will repeat by using JavaScript JS delivery. By using that library, we are creating this. Then you can go to the contact me section, get in touch. You can see the hover effect on the button. Then you can see those footer elements, social media icons. You can see the hover effect, and you can see the now bar also, scroll bar also. You can see hover effect on the scroll bar. And this website is entirely responsive. That is, it is available. It is also available in the mobile as well as in the tab version. Let me show you that. So you can see this is the mobile version. You can see how neatly it is aligned, and you can see all elements are aligned, equally spaced. There are no errors, and how neatly it is aligned. You can see by clicking on the menu element, you can get the menu icons visible, and you will be moved to that particular section whenever we click on that nav element. You can see the smooth transition also. If you go back, and this website is also available in tab version. You can see this is the tab version. The website is available in all three formats. as it is entirely responsive for different devices, tab, mobile, desktop version. We have seen the desktop version also. The source code is available in the description. If you like the content, please do like, share, and subscribe. The full tutorial is also available in the uh, YouTube channel. Line by line code is explained over there. Please visit the channel for more amazing content. Thank you. Hello everyone. Now let's go through line by line code. So this is the website that we're going to build. Responsive portfolio website. This is the home page. Now let's go to the index.html file. In the index.html file, you can see the head section. In the head section, we have the meta tags. As then we have the title tag for the title of the website, that is responsive portfolio website. Then we have Google Fonts that we have linked using link tag to our index.html file. Then we have linked our remix icons using link tag. This is the external link that we're gonna use for having the icons embedded into our website. Then we have this icon.css, which is for the JavaScript. This is for the swiper that we have added in our website. You can see here. Let me show you the image. Just one second. You can see how they are. This is done by using this swiper.js CSS that we have linked here by using some code. Then we have our main CSS file, that is main CSS. You can see this is the main CSS file that we have. Then we can go to the body section. In the body section, we have the header section. In the header section, we have the main div, that is a container div. Then we have the nav div. In the nav, we have the first is a nav brand that we have, that is the logo name, by using the I element, which is nothing but the I tag, which is used for importing the remix icon into our website. You can see the home image. Let me show you in the home image. You can see this icon beside web div. That icon is done by using the I tag. Then we have the div for our nav elements. Inside div we have an order list. So we have an order list. Inside that we have a list item, and each list item has an anchor tag with an H reference to each and every section that we want to link our nav elements. Here you can see we have nav href is hero for the home section. So whenever you click on this nav element anchor tag, then it will move to the hero ID. You can see for this section we have ID equal to hero, so it will move to this particular section. So that is nothing but hr reference. And we have done for the about, qualification, services, product, and contact. Then we have another div for nav toggle. This is for menu icon. This is for the home. This is for the mobile version. You can see this icon. This is for the home icon that we have embedded over there using the RI menu 3 line. This is nothing but this is how you implement or integrate the remix icon into your website by mentioning the class as RI menu 3 line. Then the navbar as well as header ends here. Now let's go to the CSS consecutively. Here we can see the root element in the first section. That is, the root element is nothing but whatever the default values that you are going to use in the entire website. You can add those values here by giving them names in such a format. You can see here dash dash color dash primary colon. Here then you will provide the color here or font values. You can see this is the font size values 1.4 m, and font medium biggest values are nothing but these are the weight of the font elements. Then we have index menu values, z index values. So you can see all these values are default values that we are going to use in the entire website. So those values are added in the root element and they are called into the website into the each and every section using here you can see color equal to var color white. So we are calling color white by using the var element. This is how you call these root elements into the root element values into the main sections. So that you don't have to repeat all these values, you can just simply call them by using var and writing the name of that particular name that you have given to that default value. You can see this is the reset one. Whenever the website will restart and it will start from the beginning. Here we have added before and after for that. Then we have the h1 elements. For the heading tags, we are adding color and font size. And as you all know, as for the heading elements, that is heading tags, the size decreases as we increase the number. That is, H1 is the highest, biggest value, and H4 is the smallest size text. Then we have HTML. For the HTML, we write the font size. Then we have the code be very small. Then for the body, H1, all these elements and acknowledge paragraph element, we are adding margin padding equal to 0. And every unacknowledged has its own style. So we are removing that list style type is none. So that we are removing the default list values. And for the image, we are giving maximum width is 100% and display is low. And for the anchor elements also, we have default values like underscore as well as color will be there for any anchor element that we directly use into our website. So those values can be removed by using the text declaration equal to none. Then we are adding our own personal color that by using the color tag. And name is equal to overflow variant, so it will not, so whatever the values it will go outside the required parameter, that is the entire size of the website, which will be hidden. Then for the body section, we are adding the background color, font size, font family, color, margin length, and line height is ordered to the body element. Then we have the container. These are all default values that we are going to use, and by calling adding these class names, because you can see because we are here we have dot, right? So it means it's the class. You can see this is the container, right? Dot container is also available in lot of sections. You can see here. You can see dot container here, the header element. Then we have the same container tag also added here also. You can see in the hero section. So whatever the value that we are going to repeat again, so we don't have to write them again and again. So simply you can write at one time, and you can add them as classes to any section that you want to use simply by using this. So next, for the section, we are giving padding, section heading. Next we have section title. Then you can see the margin is 8.0. This is for the header section. Then we have text alignment center. You can see the text is aligned exactly at the center. Then we have section title. So the section title will be font size and margin bottom equal to 0.5 m. And section subtitle, font size, font width, and position is given as related. And for the section subtitle after, this is nothing but you can see in the about section. Can see here we have an underline, orange color underline below who am I. This is done by using this after effect that we have in the CSS. So what we are doing is that we are creating position absolute so that it will take over the parent element. Parent element is section subtitle, right? So you can see here for this underscore parent element is section subtitle, which is who am I. So what I'm doing here is that width is 50%. I'm giving width is 50%. Height is 0.5 m. Background color is orange color I'm giving. And bottom is minus 1.5 pixel. Left is 50%. You can see that in the image that is exactly added to the center. And its length is half of that length of that who am I word. And that is done here by using the section subtitle after effect. This after and before effects are very important. Then for the grid elements, we are adding displace grid and gap is 3 rem. You can see here this one section. You can see by using the display grid, we are aligning all these elements in the grid format. It is one after the another. So for that also we are using default value. For that also we are added default value, that is d grid equal to displace grid, gap is 3 rem. So the distance between each and every object is 3 rem of gap. You can see between each and every object. Then you can, for the button, we are adding display inline block. For that padding is added, color, font size, and transition given. And we are using two different types of buttons in the website. One is button primary, one is button secondary. Background color is given and color is given to the button primary. You can see here in the button primary, you can see in the home section. This is section. Yes, you can see this is the primary button with the orange background and blue color text. This is given here. Then we have button secondary. Button secondary has background color is white and color is primary. Background primary color is given to it, and this can be seen in the contact me section. You can see blue color and the text is in black color. And then we have the hover effects for both of them. Whenever we hover onto it, the background color will change and the color of the text also will change. Next, we have the header. For the header, we are giving positions fixed. Top is 0, left is 0, right is 0, display text, align icons is center. You can see all the items are aligned exactly with the center. Display flex, so we are aligned each of them. You can see that. Then we have height CSS transition is given to them. Then header scroll is given to them. Then we have the nav element. For the nav element, we are adding display flex. Justify content is space between align axis center. You can see each and every tag, each and every nav link is aligned. It equally spaced between them. Then we have nav brand, that is nothing but the nav logo that we have added. You can see for that only we are giving the values get there. Nothing but the nav brand. Then we have nav brand I, that is for the I tag. We are adding the color equal to color is added to it. Then we have nav list, and for the nav list we are using display flex. Column gap is 4. Then you can see the gap between each and every link element is 4. Then we have for the nav link we are adding the transition. Transition is nothing but whenever we hover onto the nav elements, it will change its color, that is to orange color. You can see over color equal to change, color will change. Nav toggle is for the mobile version. So here what we are doing is that it will be display equal to num, means it will not be visible in the desktop version. It will only be visible in the mobile version. Nav element, you can see here this nav element is there now. The nav button will only be visible in the mobile version. For that we are added the values, that is font size, color is added, cursor pointer is given, and then we minor nav toggle button color will change into primary color. Here you can see this is for the maximum width of 968, that is below 968 width of devices only this will apply. That is this is nothing but the responsive web design, and here we are using the Elevate media screen. And here what we are doing for the nav list, we are creating text direction is equal to column, and justify content is center, alignment is center, row gap is 4L. So what is happening is that in the desktop version we have large space, so we are having entire navbar visible to us. We don't need any menu icon, but in the mobile version we don't have that much space, right? So what we are doing, we are creating a menu icon, and whenever we click on this menu icon, what will happen is that it will open a dialog, it will open a new box, and it will show the all the nav elements that we have. And you can see here we are adding text direction is column, justify content is center, align items is center. So all these items are aligned exactly the center with space between each and every one. Then we have nav menu is fixed, position is 0, top is 0, left is 0, and we have displays none, and then justify content is center. So this one is for the mobile version. We are going to display in this way, right? So we don't have to display the second time on the heading section. So we are going to remove this nav bar which will be hidden in the mobile version. Only this nav bar will be visible in the mobile version. Then we have navbar open flex and nav toggle display equal to block. Here you can see this will only activate whenever you click on the nav menu button. So what it will happen is that whenever you click on this nav menu button, you can see the top right. What will happen? It will go to the JavaScript. First we have created constant, that is nav menu, nav toggle, nav item, and header. You can see all these values are referred from the index.html file that we have. You can see here we have the nav toggle here. This is the nav toggle. Then we have nav menu here. You can see the header is here. So these values are referred here by using getElementById. And we are creating constants for nav menu, nav toggle, nav item, and nav header elements. And what we are doing, we are adding this. So now for this nav toggle, we are adding an event listener. So whenever you're gonna click on the nav icon, that is, you can see whenever you click on this icon, it will open the nav menu. It will open this nav menu. So what will happen? So this is the function set, and process the menu when the user clicks the new links. So this is nothing but whenever you click on the nav menu, you open the menu bar, and you click on any of the menu items, that is you clicked on the home, then it should close and it will move back to that particular website, right? So what we are doing here in the code, we are adding an event listener to it. So whenever you click on the nav menu, it will open the nav menu to that particular section, and it will remove the nav menu open one. That means it will make the display display flex, right? It will remove this one. What will happen? The display flex element will be lost, and now we will get display equal to none. Because we have display equal to none, so the menu bar will, this menu will be hidden. Like, it will come back to this section, and it will move to the section, whatever section that we have clicked. If you click to the home section, it will come to the home section and it will disappear. That is added over here. Then we have the change in nav toggle icon. So this is for the change in nav element. So what happens is, when we click on the menu icon, you want the menu bar to show. At the same time, you want the icon to change, right? You want the cross icon. So it will showcase that when I click on this cross icon, it will go back to the normal position, and it will display menu icon. So this functionality is added here. You can see by using the JavaScript, that way it contains class is nav menu open. We will replace menu icon with the close icon. That is, whenever you click on the menu icon, first you clicked on the menu icon, right? So what will change? It will change the menu icon into the cross icon. And whenever, you can see, nav toggle replace the else part. The else part is what? It will replace, it will exchange both of them. That is close line. That is, cross line will replace with menu icon. So whenever you click on the cross line, you go back to the menu icon, and the menu bar will close. Then this is for the testimonial section. We'll go to in the testimonial block. Then we can go to the hero section. It is the main section. In the main section, we have the hero section, and the hero section has the div as container. Then we have another div for dgrid. Dgrid, this is nothing grid. It will make the website as grid that we have used. We have seen the default values that we have given, and we have the div. Here we have a div which contains hero content, h1, h2 element for hero title and hero description. Then we have another div for our years of experience, projects completed, and companies worked with. So we have three divs. Each and every div element we are adding paragraph element. P element is for paragraph element, and H2 is the heading element that we have used. Then we have image tag for adding the image. This is the portfolio image to our website. Then the hero section ends here. The hero section ends here. Then we can go to the hero section. Let me show you. This is the hero section. Hi, I'm Aviran, web developer. And the text, paragraph text we have added, and we have added the div, that is our years of experience, projects completed, and the portfolio image. Now let's go to CSS. How we have designed in such a way that all these elements are aligned perfectly in the website. So now let's go to the CSS. Okay, you can see hero wrapper, minimum height is given, padding is given, hero content, text align is center, everything is aligned exactly at the center of the website. Then we have for the hero title, we are adding font size, margin color, and positions added. And for the hero title, we are adding positions absolute. You can see here, you can see hero title. This is the title, right? The developer title. We are adding this underline using the after effect that we have in the CSS. You can see here, width equal to 10 rem, height is 0.5 rem, and bottom minus 2 rem. So that is the reason it is aligned exactly below the web developer, and it is taking the 10 rem of width, because we added 10 rem as width. Then we have hero description. For the hero description, we are added margin bottom and line height. The line height is nothing but the gap between each and every line of text that we have here. That is nothing but the line height. Then we have hero info. For that border top padding is given. Display flex direct, flex to wrap is wrap. Justify content is center. This hero information is nothing but the three elements are there, right? So we are using display flex. So they are aligned they are aligned one after the another, and we are using flex wrap is equal to wrap. And we have given gap equal to 5 rem, right? So for each and every section, we have 5 rem of gap between them. 5 years of experience, then 5 rem of gap, 30 plus projects completed, then 5 rem of gap. And we have 6 companies work. So this gap is added here. Next we have hero number. For the number, we have given the font size, font weight, color, and margin bottom. And hero info title, we have given font size, font weight, and color. Then we have the media query. This is for the maximum width of 968. That is, this is from the below version. That is mobile version and tab version. Yeah, this responsive application will apply. And here you can see that we are given for the hero image width equal to 230 pixels. Justify selfie center. So we will align it exactly at the center. You can see in the mobile version, because this is for the mobile version. You can see it is exactly at the center it is applied. So then we have about content. For the about content, which about content, about title, we have given the maximum weight and transition effect. Then we have align margin bottom, justify skill section, skills qualification. Yes, right. So now we can. Yes, now the image will be added exactly at the center in the mobile version. You can see here this image. Now let's go to the about section. Now let's go to the about section. We have this is the about section, but we also have the main div, that is nothing but the container div. And then we have the first div, that is section header, section title and section top subtitle. We have read about this already. The default values that we are given, you can see here this heading, right? This heading value is about, this is the about me is nothing but section title, who am I is the section subtitle, underscore is the that we have used using the after effect. For that only we are for uh, this is the div for that. And then we have the second div which has the main about wrapper. In that we have the first div, that is about content div. Inside we have about title, and by using the h3 that is heading tag. Then we have the paragraph tag for the paragraph to have the paragraph details. Then we have the anchor tag. We have added the anchor tag for the button, and here you can see no more button is added in the report page. Also you can see no more button. Then we have uh, the main skills div. You can see then we have the main skills div. Inside this skills div, we have h3 element, that is heading element for technologies, and then we have another div, that is skills wrapper div, inside which we have two main divs. One is skills content div, which is replicated twice for both backend as well as frontend. For backend and frontend, and we are using an order list, and on order list then we have list item, and for each list item we are using I tag to have the icons integrated, the remix icons to integrated into the website. We are using the I tag, and you can see RI arrow right. So this arrow right is nothing but the icon. You can see here beside Python, PHP, Node.js, MongoDB, we have arrows, right? That icon is actually done by using here, by using the I elements. And the same code is again replaced here, that is copied again for the next skill sections in the front end, that is HTML, CSS, JavaScript, Bootstrap, and React.js. Then the another list ends and the table also ends. That is the about section ends here. Then we can go to the about.css. You can see the content. For the about content, what we are doing, margin is auto, section bottom is toolrem, and text align is center. We can see all the text is aligned exactly to the center. Then for the about title, we are adding font size and margin bottom. You can see this is the about title. I am a professional and experienced front-end developer. Then for the about description, we added the margin bottom, skill section. Then we can go to the skill section. Just 1 second. Okay. Okay, next we can go to the skill section that we have done. That is justify yourself is center, and skill title. You can see the skills title here on the outside. That is backend and frontend. They are aligned exactly at the center of the blocks. We have created two divs, right? Two separate divs, and this technology is the entire div, right? So for each div, we are adding the background color also, and you can see the skills wrapper displays flex justify self is justify candidate center with gap of 2 rem. You can see Python, then theorem gap, then we have PHP, and they're all aligned exactly the center of the box. Then we have skills content. For that, background color is given here, and box shadow is given, padding is given to it, and you can see the box shadow effect for this box, and you can see the background color is different from the major background color of the website. And for each skills item, we are giving margin bottom. Skills subtitle, we are doing textile is center. Then for the icons also, we are adding the color, that is nothing but the orange color is added to them. You can see for the icons that we have used, that is our icon. Then we can go to the qualification section. We can go to the qualification section. This is the qualification section, and we have the main div, that is the container div. Then we have the div for heading, that is section title and section subtitle, which we have already seen for the qualification for the node section, and you can see the same thing is for the qualification section. That is nothing but qualification for the title. Then we have experience and education in a subtitle, and as per using the After Effects, we have already gone through the code. Then we can go to the next thing, that is the next div, that is the professional experience section. In this, we have the main div, and inside div we have the h3 element, that is heading element, and we are integrated on and remix icon by using the I tag. That's nothing but a briefcase icon. Then we have a div, that is the main div, for which we are adding the grid to it, so it can be aligned one after the another, one beside the another. And here we are using divs to separate our experiences. There are total of 3 divs, and each div contains an HT element, that is the heading element. And then we have the paragraph element for the description of the qualification. Then we have span element for the for mentioning the time, that how much time that the person has worked on that particular company using span element. And the same div is copied again for 3 times. Then we can go to the next div, that is the education div. You can see it is exactly the replica of the qualification div. The only change is that the data will change. You can see the first we have an h3 element for the heading, that is education. Then we have an I tag for adding the remix icon. Then we have the main div for which we are adding the grid, and in that we have 3 divs. For each and every div we have the h3 element for the section title, then we have the paragraph element for the description, and we have added the span element for mentioning the time. You can see 2016 to 2017, and the same code is copied again for 3 times. Then we have the last div, which is the qualification footer. This is for adding the see my full resume, as well as resume button we are added by using the anchor element. And here the section ends, the qualification section ends here. So now let's go to the CSS. So for the entire qualification wrapper, we are adding the margin bottom is 5M, and qualification content row gap is 5M. You can see for each and every row, here you can see this is the first section, right? Professional section. We have 5M of gap, then the education section starts here. So next we can see qualification name display equal to flex, column gap is 1 time is given to it. You can see qualification name that we have, that is nothing but this professional experience is the qualification name, and we are giving border bottom 1 pixel solid, and the background color you can see a small underscore line is there, right? So that is done by using the border bottom. Then we have the qualification title for that font size, font weight, and margin bottom is given. And qualification description, margin bottom is given for the qualification description. You can see for the description we have a margin given to it, space, that is nothing but a space is given between them. Then we have qualification date, for that we are given font size and font weight. Then we have qualification footer. This qualification footer is border top is added to them, and is nothing but you can see the underline is there, right? So similar way the underline will be added, and below it we have the resume, as well as the no view my full resume, and resume button will be given to them, will be added at that particular point. Then we have the service section. Then we can go to the services section. 1 second. Then services section. This is the services section. So now let's go to the code. In the services section, you can see we have the main div as the container div, main div as the container div. Then we have the same section header div, that is section title and section subtitle. You can see the same thing here, that is services, what I do, and underline by using the after effect in the CSS. Then we have the main div. In the main div, we are adding the grid to it, and each grid, in that grid we have three services that we have added, that we are by using the div elements, and inside that we have the div for for adding the remix icon. You can see here we have added the icon to our website. You can see the icons, so that icon is added here, and then we have the h3 element for the heading, and we have added the break tag. Br means break tag. So this break tag, it will break the line of sentence. You can see front end, because we added the break tag, development comes below. So next we have an anchor tag for adding the no more button that we have added by using the anchor element. Same code is copied again for three services. Then you can go to the CSS, and you can see for the card we are adding the background color is black, that is added. Box shadow is given. You can see the here image. You can see the box shadow uh, around the box, around the card, and it is given. Justify content is center. Then whenever you hover onto this card, the background color will change. You can see the orange color. This happens. I have taken the picture so that you can be able to understand it. So whenever I hover onto the button, I took the screenshot of it. So whenever you hover onto this card, the background color will change into orange color. So that is done here. Its background color will change. And whenever you enter on the service card, the service link also color will change. Next, we have the service icon. For that, we are giving font size, color is margin bottom is applied to them, and then we have the service title. And for the service title, you can see the title has a blue color. Is the heading for the each and every section, and they are aligned exactly at the center. Then we have the project, and the project section starts here. I will show you the projects. So this is the project section. Now let's go to the code, the HTML code. This is the project section. We have the main div as container div. Then we have the secondary div, that is section header, section title, and section subtitle using h2n span element, which we have already gone through. And you can see here project my recent work and underscore, that is done by using the After Effect in the CSS. Then we can go to the next div, that is the main div, grid div. Here I'm added the projects. I've added 3 projects, and I'm using div to separate each and every project. The first div, you can see we have an image for adding the image of the project. Then we have h3 tag for the project title, and paragraph element for adding some information about the project. And we have using the anchor element as well as I tag for adding the remix icon to this. It is demo. You can see here we have an arrow here. The arrow is added before the before the demo word. So that one is added by using the remix icon by using the I tag. So the same code is copied again for three more times for 3 projects. You can do it for as many projects that you want to add. And you can see project content will be 100%. Also with this 30 rem, justify self is center. So we have aligned exactly at the center. All data is aligned exactly at the center. For the image, we are added. Then project title, we are adding color, font size, and margin bottom is added. Project description, margin bottom is 2 rem. You can see the project description, and below it we have added 2 rem of gap. Then we have the demo button. Then we can have the project link, font size, text transforms uppercase, displays flex, align items is center, column gap is 0.5, then transition is added to them. And whenever you hover onto this project link, it will change the color, and it will column gap will change into from 0.5 rem to 1 rem. You can see what is this column gap, how this changes that. Whenever you hover onto the demo button, you can see the background color will change. At the same time, when the column gap also changing, right? So the arrow will move like it has moved from its original position. You can see in the demo blue color, in the first travel website, the arrow icon is very close to the demo button. But in the next one portfolio website, the background color is changed to orange, and the icon is moved a little bit forward. It shows that it shows a very professional look to the website. So this is done by using by changing hover effect, and then in that hover effect we are changing the column gap to 1 rem from 0.5 rem. So it will look like it has moved. Then we have the testimonial section. We have this is the testimonial section. You can go to the testimonial section in the index.html. We have the main div as a container div. Then we have the section header, section title, and section subtitle using h2 and span element, which are already gone through. And it will make the text elements to align exactly at the center. And this underscore is done by using the after effect that we have used in the CSS. Then we have the main div, that is testimonial wrapper. In that we are using the swiper JavaScript. So we have to mention swiper here. And we have the div swiper wrapper, inside which we are aligning the testimonials, which contains all the testimonials. In the first div, each and every testimonial is separated using a div. So each and every div, each and every testimonial has its own div. Then we have the image. Then we have another div element for testimonial content. In that we are using paragraph element for the information, and h3 element for the name of the testimonial name, and span element for the designation, the occupation that the user is present. And the same code is copied again for 3 times, and we are using another div for swiper pagination. I'll let you. Swiper pagination is nothing but, you can see here this small orange color line, right? These 3 lines at the bottom of the uh, section. This is nothing but swiper pagination. So that whenever you click on this button, the this will move. That means the testimonials will move one after the another. So whenever you click on it, and we also have added the JavaScript also, that it moves automatically. I will tell you that also. We are using testimonial card. For each and every card, text element is center, justified items is center, margin bottom is student. You can see all the data is aligned exactly to the center, and margin bottom is given as student. Then student the distance is given. Then for the testimonial image, maximum width is given, border radius is 50%. You can see by adding the border radius 50%, you get an exact circular image. Then we have testimonial description. For that we are added the color and margin bottom. Then we have the testimonial name. For that we are added a margin bottom as well as font size. For the testimonial occupation, we are adding the font size. Wrapper, swiper wrapper, we are adding the padding bottom is freedom. You can see the padding bottom before the page version. This is freedom. Then we have the swiper pagination bullets. 65 content is spaced around. You can see these bullets. When we have background color is black color, border radius is 0, width equal to 3 run, height equal to 0.5 run. You can see the swiper bullets below orange, these lines that when I click on it, the slides will move. That is nothing but the pagination bullet. Background color is changed whenever you hover onto that particular active, or when active means whenever you click on it, so it will change its background color to orange color. You can see orange color available at this pagination. Then we have the contact wrapper. Before that, I will tell you the testimonial slide. So what is that means? So by using the JavaScript slider swiper library, we have done this. So what will happen is that for every 2 seconds of delay, this will move. That means one testimonial will move, and the next testimonial will come to this place, and it will be visible. So that is added using the JavaScript. Here you can see I'm creating a testimonial slide, and I'm creating a new swiper, that is testimonial wrapper. This testimonial wrapper is nothing but, you can see here, testimonial wrapper. This is the main div which holds all these testimonials that we have added, right? 3 testimonials. So we are referring here, it over here. And we are create loop is equal to means it will continue, it will infinitely loop, it will continuously loop again and again. And here we are adding the effect is cover flow. That is cover flow is nothing but, you can see the both the other elements are hidden lightly, and you can see it will only show the main one in a big format exactly at the center. It is added here. Then we have added drag cursor. The rotation is 50, stretch is 0, depth equal to 100%, but modifier is 1, slide shadows is 2. That is the reason you can see the shadow effect. You can see the light shadow effect for the beside ones. And Then you can see for the pagination, slide pagination, we are clickable equal to true. That is for this buttons that we have below. So whenever you click on these buttons also, the slides will move. That is added here by using clickable equal to true. And slide preview is auto. Then we have header scroll animation. This is for the header element. So whenever you scroll to each and every section, that is 40, then the header scroll will be added. So the header will be visible at the top. Then for the scroll table animation, this is the scroll table animation is nothing but, so whenever you visit the website, the first website, it will display the uh, elements one after the another in a smooth animation format. That is done by using the scroll reveal. And here we are creating 2 seconds, 2 milliseconds of duration is given. The distance is 100 pixel, delay is 400, reset is false. You can see by using this, simply by adding reveal, what will happen is that first hero content and about content will be displayed. Let me go to the hero home section. So this hero content will, what will happen is that it will come from the bottom and it will showcase at the top. That animation is done by using this here. You can see SR reveal hero here, SR reveal hero content and about image. And you want this hero image origin to be top, right? By mentioning which origin, by mentioning origin means that from which direction that you want to reveal this item into the website. Here you can see for the hero image, we want the origin from top. That means the image will come from top to bottom. The about say information, that is hi, I am Abhiram developer, information will come from bottom top side. This animation is done by using this scroll reveal. And this is how simple it is to just add the class names that you want to have this animation, and you just mention the delay and interval, or you can mention the origin. You can mention here in the qualification, footer text and contact content. Here we are adding origin is equal to left. From left side it will move into the website. And for the qualification footer and qualification button, we are adding the origin equal to right side, right? From the right side, it will move into the website. That smooth animation is done by using this scroll reveal animation. That is JavaScript library. That simple it is. With this very minimal code, we can do that animation to our website. Then we can go to the contact section. This is the contact section we have. HTML is done. Contact section. In the contact section, we have the main div as container. Then we have the div that create main div. Then we have 2 divs. And in the first div, we have the contact content using HTML element, contact title, and paragraph element for contact description. Then we have the second div for adding an anchor element for get in touch button. You can see the image. See the image. Contact me. Let's work together. And then we have the get in touch button. You can see contact wrapper, text element is center. For the contact title, we are adding the font size and margin bottom. Contact content, we are adding the max width equal to margin, and margin is also given. Then we have contact description, margin bottom is student. You can see the margin bottom student for the text. Then we have the footer, and for the footer, let's go to the footer section. You can see in the footer section, we have the main div as container, then we have the second div that is grid, and we have a div for footer content. Inside we have h4 element for footer title and another list. We have the another list, and each another list has and list item, and list item has the anchor tag embedded into it, and also an I tag for adding the remix icon integration into the website. And here we are adding the social icons, that is Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, and GitHub. We have adding the using another list item, anchor tag, as well as I tags for adding the remix icons into our website. Then we have the second div for footer content. In that we have HTML element for the footer title and anchor element for footer contact, that is the email and email mentioned email. Then the same content for call me, that is mobile number. And then we have a paragraph tag for copyright. And by using editor copy colon symbol, we can have the copyright symbol for our website. We can see the copyright C inside a circle. Then you can see we have added swiper.js, this for adding the scroll reveal as well as swiper function. And then we have added the scroll reveal we are using the script tag, and we have also added the main JavaScript file. This JavaScript file to our index.html. You can now go to the CSS for the footer. Background color is given, padding is given to it, then we have the footer wrapper. Padding and gap is given, that is 5rem. You can see 5rem of gap between each and every section. Then we have the title. For the title, then we have social list, display flex, gap is 3rem. You can see the flex direction, all the social icons are aligned one beside another with a gap of, with each gap is given, 3rem. Then we have footer social link, font size, color is given, transition is given to them. Then we have the footer content and footer contact, then footer social forward link, that is whenever you forward into the footer elements, the color will change from white to orange. What is added here? Then we have footer copyright center, exactly at the center we want the all rights reserved copyrights in the right. It is added here. Then WebKit scroll bar is nothing but the scroll bar that we have added in our website. You can see the scroll bar. This is the scroll bar. You can see here also, this is the scroll bar that we have added for our website. It is done here by using the WebKit scroll bar by mentioning the width of it, border radius is 0.5, padding is given to it, and thumb is nothing but you can see here. This is the thumb, the small one, on which by using which we can be able to scroll our website. And forward background color we are changing into orange color. Then we are using the media queries, that is responsive web design, and here we are using minimum width is 560, right? So above 560 width devices, whatever that is tab desktop version, that for that versions we are going to apply these changes to them. So here what is this responsive web design is that, so first you will develop either desktop version or mobile version, then you will change the values accordingly to the, if you develop for the desktop version, you have a lot of space, right? So we took most font size, you have given big font size is given there, but in the mobile version we cannot have that much big this screen size, right? So at that time we are gonna change those values by using this media queries. That is nothing but responsive web design, so that it looks good in the different mobile devices also. Here we are using a minimum width is 560 pixel, that is above 560 pixel device is values will apply. And here I am using grid template column is required equal to 2 justify content is center. So this grid template column is nothing but you can see in the project section we have three here. Three projects are aligned in the, because this is the desktop version, right? And the screen size is large. So what happens? The screen size is reduced. Then what will happen is the grid template column equal 2. That means only two projects will visible at the top. Then the remaining third project will come below. That is done here by you can see grid template column equal to repeat 2. So you only want to repeat 2. Then we will make the remaining one display below it. So there's only small changes will be there. You can see display values will change, select direction, center, and most of the time these only display values will change, grid display values will change, because we don't have lot spaces in the mobile devices, right? We have lot spaces in the desktop version, so we want to use the entire space. We can use grid template column equal to 3, so that we can be able to have the entire space and all our data can be visible. You can see text align, transform. You can see all these are only small changes. We are not adding any new codes. We are just changing the grid template column values, display values, the margin values we are changing. These are all values already written. We are just changing this values, small changes. We can see grid template column is equal to 3, because this is the desktop version, right? So for the desktop version, we have a lot of space. So we are going to have 3 projects at single place. So we added grid template column equal to 3. And contact wrap-up displays flex space between justify content to center. And you can see for the contact, they're aligned exactly at the center. The space is added between them. That is contact me and get in touch button. The space is added between them because we have added align at the center and justify content is space between. That's it. That's it for the website. So if you like the content, please do like, share and subscribe. It takes really lot of efforts for having this full tutorials. I'm explaining line by line code, each and every section code I'm explaining to you. Definitely try to visit for more videos in the YouTube channel, and like, share and subscribe. We are very near for getting monetization for having and having really good effects into making these videos. I hope you love it. Definitely, if you like the content, please do like, share, and subscribe. Thank you. Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. Today we are going to create this responsive portfolio website using HTML, CSS, and JavaScript. The source code is available in the description. If you like the content, please do like, share, and subscribe. There are full tutorials available on the website, on the YouTube channel as well. Line by line code is explained, and you can create wonderful websites for your projects, for the school projects, or for college projects, or for any business requirements. Definitely try to build these projects. The source code is available, and full tutorials are also available in the YouTube channel. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. So now let's go to the website. So you can see the navbar, home, about, qualification. You can see the hover effect on the navbar elements, and you can see how we neatly align the text, as well as we have aligned the information as experience, projects, computer, and companies worked with by using the justify content space around text. And then we can go to the about me section. You can see the hover effect on the button, and you can see the technologies. This the way that we have aligned backend and front end. You can see the icons that we have added before the technology name, and you can see how we align the subtitle element and as well as subtitle, and we have also added the underline using the after effect of CSS function. Then we can see the professional qualification, that is experience, and by using the grid we have aligned them in the website. And you can see the icons also, how we integrate the icons. Then you can see the resume button, and you can see the hover effect. Then we have the services section, that is front end. You can see the hover effect on the box, and you can see the box will expand, as well as the background color will change. And then we have the projects. You can see the projects. Then you can see the hover effect on the demo button. You can see how neatly we have aligned them, equally spaced. Then we can go to the testimonial section. You can see how the testimonial section is aligned. By clicking on this button, you can change. By using the directly also, it will move from one testimonial to another testimonial by 2 seconds to each testimonial. It will repeat by using JavaScript JS delivery. By using that library, we are creating this. Then you can go to the contact me section, get in touch. You can see the hover effect on the button. Then you can see those footer elements, social media icons. You can see the hover effect, and this you can see the now bar also, scroll bar also. You can see hover effect on the scroll bar. And this website is entirely responsive. That is, it is available. It is also available in the mobile as well as in the tab version. Let me show you that. So you can see this is the mobile version. You can see how neatly it is aligned, and you can see all elements are aligned, equally spaced. There are no errors, and how neatly it is aligned. You can see by clicking on the menu element, you can get the menu icons visible, and you will be moved to that particular section whenever we click on that nav element. You can see the smooth transition also. If we go back, and this website is also available in tab version. You can see this is the tab version. The website is available in all three formats. It is entirely responsive for different devices, tab, mobile, desktop version. We have seen the desktop version also. The source code is available in the description. If you like the content, please do like, share, and subscribe. The full tutorial is also available in the uh, YouTube channel. Line by line code is explained over there. Please visit the channel for more amazing content. Thank you. Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. Today we are going to create this responsive portfolio website using HTML, CSS, and JavaScript. The source code is available in the description, and if you like the content, please do like, share and subscribe. Definitely try to visit the channel. There are more awesome websites built using HTML, CSS and JavaScript, React.js as well. And we have added so many animation. We have used a lot of JavaScript libraries like AOS, animation and typing JavaScript. So definitely try to visit the channel. And now let's go through the website. You can see the hover effect on the navbar, the color change effect, and you can see the hover effect on the social media icons, and you can see the box shadow effect around the navbar, and you can see the hover effect as well as you can see the color change, background color change and hover effect on the button. Then you can see the bar design using HTML, CSS and JavaScript, so that we can be able to mention the proficiency at that particular work. You can see here. Then we have added some icons to represent the things that we do, that is web developer, mobile developer, networking and debugging. And you can see the projects here. You can see the hover effect on the button. Then you can see the projects. You can see the hover effect on the demo button. You can see how neatly we have given the background color to the entire project work. Then you can see here two more projects, demo buttons. Then we have the contact me form, name, email and message, and you can see the hover effect on the button and the footer with social media icons. This entire website is also available in mobile and tab version. That is, it is entirely responsive website. Let me show you that. This is the desktop view of the website as you've seen before. Now let's try to go to see the tab version and mobile version of the website. You can see this is the mobile version of the website, how neatly they are aligned, the projects as well as the contact me form. You can see how neatly they have all been aligned. You can see this is the navigational bar, and you can see below support at the date, email, our contact details and the social media icons. And you can see the responsiveness of this website, that is moving from one page to the another by clicking on the particular navbar. You can see the project. So this website is entirely responsive, and this entire website is made using HTML, CSS and JavaScript, and the source code is available in the description. If you like the content, please do like, share and subscribe. Definitely try to visit the channel for more amazing front-end works using HTML, CSS and JavaScript as well as React.js. If you have any suggestions for me, please let me know in the description. Please let me know in the comment section, and the source code is available in the description. And definitely try to build this project. Thank you. Hello everyone. Now let's go through the line by line code for this professional portfolio website using HTML, CSS and JavaScript. So now let's go to index.html file. In the index.html file, you can see in the head tag we have the meta elements for SEO purposes. Then we have the title tag for providing the title of the website, that is responsive portfolio. Then we have links to connect the font families and Google API with our index.html. We have used the link tag and we have referred them to through an external link. Then we have another link tag to link our style.css file. You can see this is our style.css file. Then we have linked two images. One is a PNG and one is the SVG file that we want to load before the website. That is the reason we have mentioned relevances preload. Those two elements are added by using the link tag in the head section. So those will be reloaded first. Then let's go to the body section. In the body section, right now we are in the header section, and in the header section you can see that we have a div as container, and in that div we have an anchor tag to referring to our image, that is a portfolio image. Then we have our nav element, navbar tag for having the nav elements, that is one. We have another div where nav top, that is portfolio image, as well as we have this nav close button, which is for the uh, mobile view. Whenever the screen size is small, we will not be able to display the entire website, right? So we will not be able to display this entire nav bar. So because the size of the screen is very small for the mobile, so we will hide this website using the uh, before and after function in the CSS file, and using an aside function. By clicking on that button, we will be able to recall that navbar into our website. So for that, we are adding that nav button here, which is for the mobile. Then we have this portfolio image is for, you can see here, the portfolio image is here. Then we have uh, the another list for, then we have list item, and by using the anchor element, we are writing the navbar elements, that is home, about, projects, contact. And by adding the h reference, we are moving to that particular section. So whenever you click on this particular button, that is when you click on the home button, you will be moved to the home section. You can see here the home section, we have id as home. So for the particular id, whatever id we mention here in the h reference of that particular anchor tag, for that section we will be moved. So here I am mentioning hashtag home and hashtag about, hashtag project, hashtag contact. Then we have another div, that is to mention the uh, Gmail, email address as well as mobile number. This will also visible in the mobile view. And we have, next we have is the social links, that is our Twitter. By using the another list, we are having the list elements, that is list elements. Then we have anchor element, and we have used the icons for this. Here I am linking Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, and YouTube. Then we come to the end of the navbar. Then we have another button function to open the nav menu button. That is in the mobile version, we won't be able to have the entire nav bar, so we'll be adding a menu button. So whenever you click on that menu button, then it will open the menu bar, that is our nav bar. And whenever you click on the cross button, that is mentioned here, you can see this is the close button. So whenever you click on this close button, automatically the menu will close. So next we have an overlay. Then we have header section completes here. So now let's go to the CSS file along with our HTML, so that you can be able to understand each and every section perfectly. Let me show you the image also. So first we will go to the root element. So root is nothing but whenever you want to reuse the values again and again in your website, you don't have to write them every time. You don't have to mention like this HSLA 0%, 100%. It will take a lot of time. So you will mention all those values by giving them particular names, like I mentioned here, that dash dash white. So such values you can mention here, and by using the var element, you can, let me show you the var element. Here you can see HTML font family var. Then I'm mentioning the name that I've given, that is ff manrobe. So here you can see here ff manrobe is the font family that we are using, that is manrobe font family. So it will be directly use it at that particular point without having to write this entire value. So such elements are represented in the root element. You can see all the colors I have mentioned here. Then font family and font sizes I have mentioned. Then I have font weight, that is 700. Then section padding and shadow effects. You can see the shadow effect here also. The box shadow effect, that effect values also I have mentioned here. Then I have radius values, then transition values also I've given. Next we can go to the star, that is the basic values, starting values. Margin padding 0, box sizing is border box. Then we have list element. For any default list value, there will be default CSS will be applied to those list items. So we are removing those values by using list style equal to none. And for the anchor tag, image tag, span and button, and for the ion icons we using display is equal to block. And for the anchor tag also we have inherited, that is default value. So here we are giving color inherent, then text declaration is none, is that we will remove the underline. You can see that whenever we are up using anchor tag in the website, you can see that it will have an underline and it will be in the blue color. So those values can be removed by using the text decoration is none. Then for the image also we are mentioning the height is auto, and for input and button and text area, for these three form values we are using background equal to none, border equal to none, font is inherent. Inherent means that the default values that is present, those values will be taken. Then input for the text area width equal to 100%. Button, for the button we are adding cursor pointer. You can see whenever I hover onto the index.html file, you can see the pointer. So pointer value, that is nothing but cursor pointer. And for the ion icons we are using pointer event is none. HTML section, for the entire body of the section, and we are using the font family, font size and scroll behavior is smooth. Then we have body element. For that we are adding the background color, and the color to the color is also added to it. Then we have adding font size and line height. Line height is nothing but, you can see the gap in each and every line is mentioned. Hello, I am Abhiram. Then in the next line we are having some space, and we are based in Russia. So that space is nothing but the line height. The gap between each and every line is nothing but line height. Then we have body.nav active overflow equal to hidden. So whenever the nav bar goes out, the elements are more, then it will be hidden. And this WebKit scroll bar is nothing but the scroll element that we have used. Uh, this is the scroll. This is how you implement scroll bar to your personal website. Then you can give the background color to it, and you can mention the hover effect also. So whenever you hover onto that scroll bar, you can see here this is the scroll bar for the VS Code. You can see that how the background color and the border radius is not given here also. You can see the square box. It is a little bit darker than the scroll bar itself. So those colors you can mention here. And whenever you hover onto it, you can see it glows. So similar way, here also I'm adding scroll bar thumb hover. I want change in color. Just like here, how it changes whenever hover onto it. Next we have the container, that is padding inline is 16 px, then social list, displays flex, align items is center, gap is 12 pixels. This social list is nothing but, you can see here the social icons. So here we are using displays flex, and we are having space of 12 pixel between each and every social media icon. Then we have social link. For that we are using font size is 2rem, transition is where transition one, as I shown you on the website. Whenever you hover onto them, the social media icon will move towards upside. The transition effect value is given here. Next you can see whenever you hover onto any of the social link, a transition will take place, that it will move towards upside and will change in color to orange color. Then we have a section. For the section we are adding padding block, where section padding is added to it. Then width is added to it. Then h1, h2, h3, h4, these are the heading tags, and for those heading tags we are adding the color and we are adding the line height. And for each and every tag we are mentioning the font size values for h1, h2, h3, h4. You can see as the h1 to h6 are the heading values. As you go from h1 to h6, the size of the values, the text will reduce. So here we are giving our own preferential values. Then for the button element, you can see the button element here also. This is the button element. Then for the button element, we are adding color, font size, font weight, border is given 2 pixels solid. Then we are max width is equal to max content. So how much is the content, that much space it can take. So based on the value that you mention here. Then we have padding is given 12 pixel and 28 pixel. You can see 12 pixel is up and down. Then we have 28 pixel left and right. And by using the border radius value, that is border radius, we are having a curved structure to both ends of the button by using the border radius value. Transition, uh, Transition is nothing but whenever you hover onto this button, it will move towards upside, and whenever you hover onto this contact me button, it will change the background color and it will move towards upside. So it is also there. That is hover and focus while you can see that it will move towards upside. And whenever you hover on button secondary, whenever you hover onto it, it will move, it will change its color. That is the background color will change into orange and it will move towards upside. Then next we have section text. For the section text, font size is given, margin block end is given, then grid list is display grid, gap is equal to 30 pixel. Then you can see here the grid list. This is these two elements are in the grid format, and we are giving the gap between them is given here, that is 30 pixel. Then we have data reveal. For the data reveal option, we are adding the transition effect. Uh, Transform translate minus 30 pixel. Then we have 30 pixel bottom. This is for the transition data revealing, that will happen whenever we refresh the website. Then we will get these values uh, changing, that is it will come in an animation format. Towards the top it will move for 30 pixel, and bottom value will be from 30 pixel, and left it will come from minus 30 pixel, and x direction it will come from 30 pixel. That means for each and every direction we are moving the elements through a smooth animation. Then we will reveal the data reveal will be happening. Then we have the header element. For the header element, we are position is absolute, that is it will be fixed on the top. Top is 0, left is 0, background color is white, width is 100%, padding block is given. Box shadow effect, you can see the box shadow effect around the nav bar, that is entire header section. You can see the box shadow effect, the shadow around the header section, that is done by using box shadow. Then when header is active, position is fixed, animation is slide in, that is 0.5 second is forward. So whenever you move from one section to another section, the nav bar will be fixed at the top, so it will be available in each and every section, that is given here. Then you can see header container, displays flex, the justify content is space between, and align items is center. So here what we are doing, here we have three elements. One is the logo, one is the nav bar, and one is the social icon list in the entire header section. So by using the flex and space between, we are giving equal space between each and every content, and we are aligning them at exactly at the center of this particular header. You can see they are aligned exactly at the center of the header. Then we can go to nav open button. This is for the mobile version. So whenever we are in the mobile version, we'll get this one. The button will be there available in the main header position, and the nav bar will be invisible. So whenever you click on that button, it will be visible. For that, we are adding the font size and color values. Then we have nav bar, that is fixed. Top is 0, left is minus 300 pixel, and background color is given. Background color and color is given to it. Max width, then width is given. Height, padding block, and displays flex direction is column. And then we have gap is 30 pixel, visibility is hidden. So these all values are given for the mobile version. So it will be, you can see here, left minus 300 pixel means, just imagine that this is the website slide. So what I'm doing, I'm giving minus 300%. That means it will move out of the website, because it is negative value, it will go out of the website, and the visibility is hidden. So whenever you click on the navbar button, that will be visible in the mobile version. Then you can see for the navbar we are adding an active element. By adding this active element, visibility will be visible, and transform transfer text is equal to 300 pixel. That is, it will move from minus 300 to 300. That means it is outside of the website. So whenever you click on the nav button, it will move inside of the website, and you can see a small slide effect, and you will be able to see the nav elements, that is uh, home, about, projects, as well as you can see here these values will be revealed. You can see home, about, projects, and contact will be revealed from the left side to right side. That is done here. Then we have nav top, that is displays flex, justify content is space between, align items is center. Next we have nav close button. So whenever you want to close the navbar, you can have a cross symbol that is here by using the ion icon. We are ion icon, we are having the close outline. It will be available in the navbar. So whenever you click on that value, the what will happen is that it will move the back towards the back section. That is, it will become minus 300 again. It will navbar will move out of the section. Then we have nav close button, ion icon. For that we are having the stroke width, which is the width of the icon. And whenever we over onto the nav close button, you can see the background color is changed. Then navbar list, for that we are adding auto. Then navbar link, this is for the mobile versions. Then we have the contact link. Uh, Contact link transition, you can see for the contact link, this is the contact me button. So whenever you hover onto this button, the background color will change and it will move towards upside. That values are mentioned here. Then we have overlay, that is fixed, top is 0, left is 0, width is 100%, height is 100%, background color is 1, pointer events is none, opacity is 0, transition is where. You can see here this image is actually hovering onto another image, that is nothing but uh, overlay. You can say overlay. And for that overlay we have this 250 plus projects done. This value is given. So by using this overlay we are able to fix the position and we are able to arrange the element onto it. That is our portfolio image. Next we have hero section. Just 1 second, let me show you the hero section. So here we are in the main section, and in the main section we are in the hero section. In the hero section we have figure, that is the portfolio image, and hero shapes svg file that we have. Next we have hero content. In the div we have h1 element to represent the I am front-end developer, and paragraph element to mention the small information about the work that I am doing, and I am using another div element to have both of my buttons, that is my projects and contact me buttons. This is the hero section, and for that only we have talked about the button system. Now let's talk about the hero. Then we have hero container, displays grid, gap is 50 pixels. So displays grid, so both are having different containers, so they will they will move each side by having a gap of 50 pixels. Then we have hero banner, position is relative, max width is max content, margin inline is auto. Margin inline is auto. You can see uh, 1 second, you can see here this background and this image is actually the banner image for the hero element that is done here. Then we have w100, which is for the blob svg file that we have used. For that we have given the values. Then we have hero shape. For that, position is absolute, bottom 10%, right is 2%, filter, drop, shadow, effect. Then you can see next. Next we have hero content, text align is center, all the data is aligned exactly at the center. Then we have section text, for that we are giving margin block. Then button wrapper, because we are adding display flex. Flex wrap is wrap, justify content is center, align items is center, and gap is 12 pixel. You can see my projects and contact me button, both are in the button wrapper. They are aligned exactly at the center with a gap of 12 pixel. Next we have the about section. So let's go to the about section here in the index.html. So this is the about section. We have container as the main div, then we have wrapper div, and then we have another div for the left, that is for the left data that we have. That is what I do, and by using h2 element. Then we have paragraph tag to mention the values that I'm currently working on. Then we have towards the data release towards the right side. This is for the animation. That is how we are integrating the JavaScript library inside here. So by mentioning right and left we are giving the animation reveal to it. So that means what I do and this paragraph element I'm working in web development will move from left side to right side, and this progressive list, that is web developer 100 percentage, this mobile developer, and these values will move from right side to the center of the reveal. And you can see here I'm using an unordered list in the right hand side, that is progressive list. And we have list item. In the each list item I'm having two divs. One div is to mention what is the project, that what is the domain, that is web developer, by using the paragraph element. And by having the span element I'm mentioning the percentage of proficiency with that uh, particular domain that I'm working in. Then I have another div that is for to filling the progress bar. This is exactly the how you're gonna fill the progress bar. Let me show you the image. Just one second. So you can see the progress bar is filled here, 100%, 90%, 85%, 90%. So this progress bar is done here. You can see I'm having a div named as progress. Then I have another div that is progress fill. So here what I'm doing, I'm giving style equal to 100%. That is, I want to fill the entire div progress div with 100%, that so that it will looks like that I have 100% proficiency in this particular domain. So I'm filling it with equal to 100%. Here I'm giving the width, and I'm adding the background color. You can see in the same color we have this value, that is the progress bar, that spreads across the entire progress div, and we are showcasing that it is 100%. So similar way, if we are copying the same element progress item again, here you can see for the mobile developer I only have 90% proficiency. So what I'm doing, I am 80% proficiency, so I am mentioning width is equal to 80%, and you can see I am providing the background color is here. So by providing that, I am telling that in the entire progress div I only have 90% of proficiency, so that this is how you represent it. Then similarly, you can copy again the list progress item two more times for two more elements, that is networking and debugging. And then we have uh, another div element, that is grid list. And this another list element, that is grid list, is actually the same things that we have done above, that is the four things that the person is good at, that is web developer, mobile developer, networking and debugging. We are here using svg files here and mentioning what we do in that particular order. That list is done here by using the unordered list again, and we are calling it, giving it last name as grid list. And here you can see we are using list item. In that list item we have div, main div, that says about card, and we have another div for adding the icon svg, that is image, and we have h3 element for adding the name of the, that is the title, and paragraph element to mention the information about that particular domain. And this same thing is copied again for four times, so here you can be able to get for the four elements that we have. You can see here we have web developer, mobile developer, networking and debugging. And now let's go to the CSS file. About wrapper displays grid, gap is 50 pixel, margin block and is called 70 pixel. You can see by adding the grid element we are aligning both elements in the row format, and we are having a gap of 50 pixel each between each of them. Then we have progress list, and for the progress list we have label wrapper, that is display flex, space between, justify condition space between, align items is center, margin block and is 4 pixel. You can see the progress list is nothing but this is the progress list, right? Web developer, mobile developer, networking and debugging. So we are aligning each of them one after the another, and we are having space between each and every one. You can see the space between each and every one. Then we have progress item, not last child, margin block end is given to it. Then we have progress bar. For that background color is black color. You can see that is the basic color that we are given. You can see this black color, that is the graded color first we giving as default value to it. Then we have border radius is rounded border radius. You can see we have curved edges like tube, small curved tube. Then we have progress field, height is inherent. Then about card, text align is center. You can see for the about card, that is, this is the about card, all the elements are aligned exactly at the center. The icon, the title, and the data, you can see they are all aligned exactly at the center. Next we have card icon. For that we are giving max width and margin inline. And for the about card, card title margin block is even. For the block card also we are giving the margin. Then uh, then we can go to the project section. So now let's go to the project section. I hope you understand everything. So now right now we are in the project section. The project section, we have the main div, that is the container div. You can see here. Then we have another div, that is title wrapper, and we are using data reveal is top. That is from top side to down side the animation will take place. In that we have a div to mention our latest projects, and paragraph element to mention check out the latest fully interactive projects. Then we have anchor tag, that is the buttons to see all the projects. Let me show you the image. So this is the image. You can see latest projects and the button and the top. Then we have the main grid list that we have used. Here we are using another list. For that I'm adding a grid list as a class, and I'm using list element. You can see this is the first list element, and in the list element I have the main div, project card div. Then we have card content div. In the card content div I'm having the data about the particular project, that is what is in what domain. We are using the paragraph tag to mention the domain, that is web development. We are using h3 element to mention the title of the project, that is responsive travel. And we are using paragraph tag again to have small information about the project, that is card text. Then we have an anchor tag to have the button by using this demo, which is nothing but the button. So whenever you hover on to that button, it will showcase you the movement of arrow forward line. You can see here, this is the one here, small arrow button. It's nothing. Then we have the second div. After that is the figure one. Figure is nothing but the image that we are importing. So in one div, that is the main div, in the main uh, div, that is project card div, we have one div element, that is card content, and another is the figure. So we are using two sections in. It is very good thing to do that, so that you will be able to add the grid list to it, so that it will align exactly at the center. So now let's go to the style.css. You can see the margin block end is given to a title. For the button element, we are using grid list equal to gap equal to 40 pixel. You can see the gap between each and every project is 40 pixel of gap will be given. Then we have the for the project card padding displays flex direction is column. Then we have gap equal to gap is given, border radius and overflow is hidden. And for each and every card, that is for the card 1 and card 2, we are adding padding. And for the card 1, padding block end is 0, and for the project gap is 0. And card tag, card title, we are adding the margin and font values to it. And uh, you can see that next we have is the project button tx. For that we are adding displays flex, align items is center, gap is 5 pixel, font size and transition is given to it. For the button, let me show you that blur. You can see here we have demo button. For that we are adding it. Just little bit blur image I have here. Next we have is the contact section. Now let's go to the same list element that we have done for the first one, project card. We are copying the code and we are changing the values for 4 more times. You can see the exact one. We are just changing the values, the data values, that's all, so that we can be able to get the project values. Next we have is the contact section, and in the contact section And in the contact section, you can see that we have the main div, that is the container div. Then we have div that says container contact part, and in that main div we have one div which is for the image icon SVG file, and we have h2 element to mention the title, and we have paragraph element to mention the section text. Then we have form element, and by using the form we are having the input element, input data. What is first div is for input wrapper, that is input data elements. One is for type is text, one other one is email. The reason to mention the type is that it will give before submitting, it will show an error if the user doesn't provide the proper detail. That is, for the email element you have definitely have to mention at the date gmail.com or at the date email.com. If the user doesn't provide such information, it will show an error in the form submission. So that is one of the validation, that is the reason it is good thing to always add the type function to the input elements. Then we have text area. So whenever you want to give more space for the user to enter, then you can use the text area tag, and for that you can mention rows and column numbers so that you can be able to input as much as data that you want. Then we have button to submit, which is send message. The end section ends here. Let's go to the CSS. Before that, let me show you the image of it. Just one second. So this is the contact form. You can see the icon image, the contact title, and section text is in one section, and we have another section, that is form section. So now let's go to the CSS contact, and we have the contact card. For that we are giving the background color, padding, border radius is given to it, displays grid, gap is 40 pixel. So because we are adding the grid, so both are aligned exactly each other beside each other, and the gap is 40 pixel. Section title is given. Then input fields, for the input fields we are adding the background color, font size, padding, border radius, outline, and outline is given to them. You can see for the input elements we don't have any outline values. We can only see the name star value here, that it showcases the mandatory field to it. Next we have placeholder. For that only we are giving the color value, and text area input field, minimum height is given, height, max height. Then we have resize, that is vertical. Resize vertical. Then we have for the footer element, that is it ends over here. Next we can see the footer element, that is all rights reserved and social icons that we have. Let's go to the index.html. In the footer element we are adding the main div, that is the container div, and we have paragraph element that says all rights reserved, and we have unordered list. This is the same social list that we had in the navbar. We are copying it again over here. So that is it. In the footer element we have two sections, that is one is the social list, another one is the all right reserved copy right. So by using this because we are adding the grid value to it, they will be aligned with space between each of them, that is all right reserved at one end and the social icons at one end. Then we have the responsive web design. So by using the date media and mentioning the maximum or minimum size of the particular screen size, we are able to add the have the small changes to the values that we have already written. The above values are these all values are for the desktop version. So from here on we're gonna change those values. Only small values will be changing, like padding values or font size values. These values will change because in the lesser screen size we don't want the text to be in huge text. We want the text to be in small size based on the size of the screen. So by using the date media function we do it. Minimum width is, that is for 575 pixel and above screen size. For those these values will apply. The maximum width and margin inline. Then for the project card, padding is equal to 60 pixel, and contact card padding equal to 60 pixel. You can see this minimum height is 768 pixel. It is for 768 pixel and above. That is for the desktop version also. It will apply. Container maximum width is 720 pixel. The section title we are adding the FS5 values changing. That is font size values changed to 2rem. And grid list is grid template column 1FR. That is one at a time. It will be displayed. And title wrapper, space between and center. Then we have project button. The minimum width is maximum content. Next we have contact. You can see these all values we have already written. Just changing the values, gap values will be changing, or we are adding the display values to it. You can see for the container, footer container also we are using space between and center. This is exactly for the, you can see that is how we are getting this gap over here, and we are aligning both of them at each ends. Next we have 992 and above. This is for the desktop view. For that we are adding the root container and nav open button and navbar top. These all values we are changing. There are not huge changes in the values codes. We are changing small values like font size values, color values we are changing. Most of the time that is only taking place. It is similar to the desktop code that I have already written. So this responsive nav design is nothing but by changing the small values, that is font size values or display values, that is in the desktop version we have lot of space, so we can have display flex and you can have space between, so that one element beside another element can have. But in the mobile version the screen size is less, so we have to mention display, that is flex directions column, so one element below that another element will be displayed. So, and we don't want that huge size. We want only 80% of the screen size to be taken. That size only can be allocated to a particular section. That values are updated here. And for grid template column, repeat 4. You can see 4 elements will be repeated in the about section. This is for the desktop version. Next, we can see the minimum width is 200 pixels. This is also for the desktop and above version. Above screen size, you can see. This is also for the above screen size values only. So this is the entire HTML CSS. Now let's go to the script JavaScript. So here we are adding const add event listener, that is function. This is will add event listeners to each and every element that is present in the main section, main section of the HTML. That is each and every section we are adding an event listener, so that we can be able to know at which particular section the cursor is currently the user is at. Next we have is the constant. Here this is for the active navbar, that is this is for the mobile version. So first we are creating constants, that is navbar, nav toggle and overlay. So this data navbar is the query selector, data nav toggler and data overlay. So these values are referring to here in the index.html. Let me show you that. Just 1 second. What are the values we have? We have data navbar. Here you can see data navbar one. This is referred over here, and by using the query selector we are referring it to as a new constant, that is navbar. Then we have data nav toggler. You can see here data nav toggler for the close button we have it, so here which is referred here as nav toggler. Then we have data overlay. Data overlay, data overlay. Here you can see we have the data overlay here. This is the empty div that we are using, which is referred over here as overlay. So what we are doing is that for the we are creating another constant, that is toggle navbar, and we are adding a function navbar dot classes dot toggle active, overlay dot classes dot toggle active, document dot body dot classes dot toggle nav active. So what we are doing is that, so whenever you click on the nav button, so whenever you will in the mobile version, whenever you click on the nav button, so what will happen is that it will add the nav active list to the nav bar, and the nav active list we have the values as visibilities. You can see here. One second, let me show you it so that you will be able to understand it perfectly. Here we added nav element. Second, you can see here nav active. So we are adding this nav bar active to the nav bar. So what will happen? Visibility will be visible. That is, it will move transform translate x equal to 300 pixels. So it will move from outside to inside, which is invisible to the human eye, and it will come inside of the screen size so that it will be visible to us. That nav bar is visible to us because whenever you click on that nav button, and that last is the toggle nav menu. So whenever you click on the data nav toggler, that is the second button, that is nav close or nav close button. So what will happen? It will change, it will remove this nav active, because toggle means that it will add as well as it will remove based on the click on that particular button. That is the reason we are added data nav toggler is the same reference that we have given for both the menu icon. You can see menu outline, this is for the menu icon we are given, and for also for the close icon also we have given the same value. You can see close outline also we are giving data nav toggler. So toggle means that it will add and remove based on the click on that particular button. That is, when you click on the menu button, it will add the nav active, and when you click on the cross button, it will close the nav bar. So that is added here by adding the add event listeners. Okay, that is click value. Then we have header value. For the, we want the header to be fixed on top as we scroll uh, towards the downside. Like I'm scrolling like this, we don't want the navbar to disappear, we want the navbar to be fixed. So for that we are adding the event listener to the windows. This is it will be only active for the windows OS. Here we are using is that whenever it is scrolling, that is 100, then we are adding the active to it, and whenever else it is we are removing that active button to it. So this is nothing but whenever in the first section, in the front section, in the home section, then it will be removed. The class list will not be added to the header section, so it will be stayed but that particular place. So whenever it moves from one section to another section, we are adding an active class list uh, to the header section. So what will happen? The navbar will be fixed at the top of that particular website, and it will stick at that particular point. We will be able to see the navbar even when we are scrolling towards the downer sections. So that is done here by using this simpler code. Then we have is the data reveal. This is data reveal. This is by using how the animation take place. The information the sections will move from top side animation or left side animation or right side animation that we have added. It will take place by using this JavaScript code. So here we are adding two creating two constant, that is reveal elements, reveal delay elements. Here we have data reveal and data reveal delay. Query selector all. So for all these values we have added data reveal and data reveal elements. uh, you can see data overlay. Mm, you can see here data reveal is top, data reveal here also is top, and we have data reveal delay 0.25 seconds. So we are referring these values over here in the script.js file. So you can see that we are referring these two values and we are giving them reveal elements and reveal delay elements as two new constants that we are creating. And we are creating a constant as reveal, and we are adding a function that for every value, that is for every time the data reveal or data reveal delay is shown in the website, whenever we are scrolling to the website, it will be getting those values by using by getting those values, inner HTML values. We are adding a class list that is reveal. So what will happen, this revealed, it will showcase that value, that is we want to what we want the data reveal to take place from top to bottom. So we want the image to come from top side to bottom side, and it should take its place, that the revelation will take place by using this if the for and if loop condition that we are given. And whenever and we want to have some particular delay of seconds, right? We don't want it to be plunked out right on the top. So for that we are adding the for loop to it. That is, we are adding the delay elements, and we are taking those values and we are adding the transition delay to the particular element. You can see the transition delay value is already mentioned in the HTML itself. That is data reveal delay 0.25 seconds. That code is given here. And for that purpose only we are adding the script elements. One script is for the main JavaScript file, and the second script is for the unpack uni icons. And these icons we are adding, we are linking to our index.html file. So this is the website, the entire source code, that the entire code I've explained you, and this is the website that is built. So you can see the nav bars, you can see the section elements. Then we have projects. You can see the projects, how they are aligned, and you can see the contact form and contact data, how we added the SVG files, the button hover effects, the hover effect on the social media icons. So this entire website source code will be available in the description. If you like the content, definitely try to visit the channel for more amazing content, and try to, if you like the content, please do like, share and subscribe. We are very close to reaching uh, to 4,000 hours of watch hour. So I request you, please watch the videos. It takes lot of effects to building it. Definitely try to build this project and gain more experience. And if you have any suggestions for me, please let me know in the comment section. Thank you. Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. Today we are going to create this responsive portfolio website using HTML, CSS and JavaScript. The source code is available in the description. And if you like the content, please do like, share and subscribe. Definitely try to visit the channel. There are more awesome websites built using HTML, CSS and JavaScript, React.js as well. And we have added so many animation. We have used a lot of JavaScript libraries like AOS, animation and typing JavaScript. So definitely try to visit the channel. And now let's go through the website. You can see the hover effect on the navbar, the color change effect, and you can see the hover effect on the social media icons, and you can see the box shadow effect around the navbar, and you can see the hover effect, as well as you can see the color change, background color change and hover effect on the button. Then you can see the bar design using HTML, CSS and JavaScript, so that we can be able to mention the proficiency at that particular work. You can see here. Then we have added some icons to represent the things that we do, that is web developer, mobile developer, networking and debugging. And you can see the projects here. You can see the hover effect on the button. Then you can see the projects. You can see the hover effect on the demo button. You can see how neatly we have given the background color to the entire project work. Then you can see here two more projects, demo buttons. Then we have the contact me form, name, email and message, and you can see the hover effect on the button, and the footer with social media icons. This entire website is also available in mobile and tab version. That is, it is entirely responsive website. Let me show you that. This is the desktop view of the website as you've seen before. Now let's try to go to see the tab version and mobile version of the website. You can see this is the mobile version of the website, how neatly they are aligned, the projects as well as the contact me form. You can see how neatly they have all been aligned. You can see this is the navigational bar, and you can see below support at the date, email, our contact details, and the social media icons. And you can see the responsiveness of this website, that is moving from one page to the another by clicking on the particular navbar. You can see the project. So this website is entirely responsive, and this entire website is made using HTML, CSS, and JavaScript. And the source code is available in the description. If you like the content, please do like, share, and subscribe. Definitely try to visit the channel for more amazing front-end works using HTML, CSS, and JavaScript, as well as React.js. If you have any suggestions for me, please let me know in the description. Please let me know in the comment section, and the source code is available in the description. And definitely try to build this project. Thank you. Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. Today we are going to create this responsive portfolio website using HTML, CSS, and JavaScript. The source code is available in the description, and if you like the content, please do like, share, and subscribe. The full tutorials for different websites that I have built are available on the channel. Please do visit the channel for more amazing content. Now let's go through the website. So let's go to the website. Right now we are in the home section. You can see the type effect, the name Abhiram. You can see the typing effect, and the starting page is done by using type to JavaScript library. And you can see the effect of motion effect for the objects. This is also done by using JavaScript. And you can see the hover effect on the button, 3D button. You can see the 3D button effect and the menu bar. You can see. Now let's go to the about section. This is the about section, and you can see the typing effect here. You can see how the details are getting typed on one sentence after the other. You can see the hover effect on the buttons. You can see the hover effect on the button, the color changing effect. Then we can go to the skills section. You can see we have done the bar animation effect that we have used here to represent our skills, the percentages. And by clicking on the experience, we can go to the experience section. You can see how smoothly we have designed, integrated the icons also. You can see the icons and education section. Then we can go to the services section, and you can see the hover effect on the services bar blocks, like a 3D object moving, and you can see changing color and the icon also, and you can see how they are moving based on the movement of the mouse, the hover effect. And then we can go to the projects portfolio section, that is projects, and we have used the filter effect, that we can filter the projects based on the domain that we have presented here. And you can see the hover effect on the images also. And if we go to the web development, web application, we only have 3 projects. And we can go to the mobile app, we have only 1 project. We have Canva design, we have 2. So this is the filter effect that we have done by using HTML, CSS, and JavaScript. And when you click on any one of the projects, you will be taken to that image directory for that particular project. You can see you can add more images, and you can move from one image to another image here. And you can also view details by clicking on this project details button. You can see the name of the project, the category, and project basic information, and the link to the project and what tools we have used. You can see all this, and also by clicking on this project details button, you can see that it will closes back, and we can go back to our portfolio section. It is available for each and every section, every project. Very smooth animation, and you can see the box effect around it, a 3D block effect. And you can go to the contact new section. You can see the hover effect on the box, and the icons also integrated. You can see how smooth transition is in place for the each and every input elements. And the submit button. This website is entirely responsive, that is, it is also available in mobile and tab version. And this website also has light and dark mode. You can see here by clicking on this right side light button, you can move to the light mode. This is the light mode. You can see the hover effect, transitions. You can see how the website, you can see smooth transition effects, how neatly they are aligned, and you can see the hover effects in every section. Entirely made like a 3D blocks, very professional look to your portfolio, very impressive with the recruiters. You can change back to light and dark mode by clicking on the same button. You can switch between light and dark mode. The website is entirely responsive, that is, it is also available in mobile and as well as in tab version. You can see this is the mobile version of the website. You can see the smooth transition effect and how everything is aligned perfectly based on the size of the screen that we have, because in the mobile sections we don't have that much amount of space, right? We have in the tab or in the desktop we have lot of space, and we can go to each and every section easily. Mm, well, you can see the filter effect also. This is the mobile version, how neatly they have all been aligned. And you can also change the theme by clicking on this button here, the theme change. From one section to another section using the nav bar. You can see it gives a very professional look to the website. The entire website is made using HTML, CSS, and JavaScript. The source code is available in the description. And if you like the content, please do like, share, and subscribe. The full tutorials are also available on the YouTube channel. If you like the content, please do like, share, and subscribe. Definitely try to visit the channel for more amazing content. And if you have any suggestions, please let me know in the comment section. And definitely try to visit the channel for more amazing content. There are a lot of tutorials available on the channel, and lot of websites that are built, portfolios, restaurant websites, car rental websites. You can learn front-end development. Uh, Thank you. Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. So now we are going to go through the email input for this responsive portfolio website. This is the home page. Right now we go to the list.html file. You can see the title, you can see the title tag. Then we have the meta names. When we have linter from passing CSS file, and our main CSS file, style.css file. We have link. You can see this is the style.css file. Then we have linked the responsive CSS file as well as picture CSS file and file icon. Then we have the body. When we can go to the body section. Inside the body section, we have the preloader. This is the preloader. So that we have the empty divs, and inside the preloader, then we have the start header. In the header tab, we have the device container. Then we have the justify content routine. This div, which is logo, this abi. Then we have the handle button. This fast the fast bars icon. You can see here. This is the one, the abi, as well as the bars icon. You can see on the right side edge. Then the header ends here. Then we can go to the navigation image. This now we have the div. This code menu. Then we have the table name teacher, which we have introduced. List item. Inside each list item, we have an anchor tag to differently each and every section. That is with ID names. Then we have added our link item, winner, shadow, active. These are the class names that were given home for the anchor elements. and same goes for about services, portfolio, and contact. Then we have a paragraph tag for copyright text, that is not right results. Then we have this for fade out effect and the navbar ends here. Then we can go to the home section. So the home section, in the home section, we have the main div, that is effective app. Inside which we have the div effect 1. Then we have the div effect 2 with all these divs inside empty divs. Then we have effect 3, effect 4, and effect 5. So these all divs are used to create these structures. You can see the floating triangle, this circular one, this dash of one, and these all things are created by using this materials, by giving them class names, and by using the CSS. We have created these efforts. Then here and here, then we have the container. Inside the container, we have the div text, that is a paragraph element for hello. Then we have the div for auto typing automation. Inside the div, we have a span element, and the here we are here inside this paragraph element, the detail should be typing continuously. You can see here the web developer is not entered completely because it is a typing JavaScript that we added here. Web developer, you can see here auto typing animation. You can see this is for the about one. Second, so for the typing, should have probably at the bottom. So, so then we have the typing. Then we have the front end developer, it's heading. Then we have the anchor element for the about, no more button. And then we have the image div, inside which we have image tag for our image portfolio image. The home section is here. You can go to the starting CSS continuously. Import, we are importing the Google Fonts into our CSS file by using the repeated import URL. Then we are using the root. Root is nothing but whatever the values that we want to use in this website. Those values can be added here in the root element by giving them those names, and those values can be called into the website by using var element. You can see var color, var selection fg. Selection fg, you can see these values are given here. You can see selection fg. The color is added to this particular selection. This is how you call these root elements. And for the dark mode, we use this dark mode. For the dark mode values, we have given the color changing values here. Then you can go for the paper styles. Here we have given the body element. For the body element, we have added the color, font size, line height, background color is given, text color is given to it, and we have added the scroll bar. The scroll bar is added to it in the thumb. You can see the scroll bar. For that background color, border radius is given. Then we have body with scroll bar. Then we have the HTML scroll behavior is growth, and scroll bar BG is transparent, and margin is 0%, padding is 0, box size is border box, outline is none. Then for data heading, we have cursor is given as text mono. These are values are given: font size, font family, text transform, and then we have added the before and after effect. For then box size in this bottom, these are all the default values that we give. Anchor element, text is nothing but the default text decoration that we have given to the anchor element, like underscore, color. These all values will be removed. For the another list also, we can remove the list type equal to 1. Margin padding is also removed. For the image, we are adding particular line is middle, and maximum width is 100% is given to it, so that it can have its own size in the website. And then we have a container. For that container, we are giving maximum width and margin is auto. And for row, we are giving display flex wrap is wrap. And then we justify content between is certainly display content space between. Then outer shadow, box shadow effect is given. And image shadow, box shadow, image shadow. We are calling those root element values by using the var element. And hover in shadow, we are using position relative z index is 1. And hover in shadow, we are adding the box shadow effect when you hover onto them. And after effect is nothing but the position absolute. Left is 0, right is 0, width is 100%, right is 100%, transition is given to it. So this is nothing but after and before effect. So whenever we hover onto it, the after effect will apply onto it. Then we have align item center button. For the button, we are adding padding, font size, font weight, color, background is given, line height is given, border radius is 5 pixels. You can see the image here. See now home image. So stand there. You can see for the button, we are adding this style here. We are adding the border radius 30 pixels. That is the reason we are getting the curved edges for the button. Then we have given Indian position translation is all. Then we have the line height is 1.5. Background color is transparent. We have given font weight is given. When for the button after effect, border radius is equal to 30 pixels. And for the hovering shadow, when we hover onto it, block shadow equal to image shadow. So what are the trigger? When we hover onto it, it will submerge inside the button. The button will be submerged inside, and it will look like it will give a 3D button. It will look like a 3D button. Then in the header section, we are adding padding of skin, position is absolute, weight is 100%, top is 0, lift is 0. Then for the effect of that, we are using position for absolute. For the effect 1, we are using weight equal to 30%, weight equal to 80%. Border is 4 pixels solid. You can see this effect. By creating the entities, we are creating this one. You can see the square box, we are at the right side edge. And for the effect 2, effect 2 is leaving word. In effect 3 is the orange one. For that, we are adding effect 3, then we have effect 4. For before content, you can see that giving these values, we are creating these effects that we have used in the website. Using this website. Then effects and lift bound. These lift keyframes is used for animation purposes. And lift bounds is nothing but these elements will continuously move up and down, left and right, top and bottom. This will continuously move, giving this free animation effect to your website. For that, we are using transform translate. So 0%, 100% transfer text is 0, 50% transfer 25 pixels. So it will move from 25 pixels up and down 0 degrees. You can be 360 degrees. It will continuously spin and fading out. And then we have the section title, section subtitle. Then from then we have given pattern, flex values and value. Section is exactly the center, and display in blog. Color is given to it, text in uppercase. Margin is with the section title H2 element, we have font size, color, font weight, font size. Then section height, displacement. So this is next we can put the preloader. Have taken preloader position is fixed. If it is 0, height is width is given, key index is given, align index is center, justify complete the center. See here, aligned exactly the center. Then preloader fade out, opacity is 0. Then preloader box is given, div, and we have animation delay given to it. The loader animation is nothing but that when your website comes into live, right? So that time it gives a loading effect, and then it will display the website. Then auto typing animation. This is for the typing that we have done for the first section. Here we can see font weight is normal, color is given. Display in block, background color, margin with width and animation is given. Then we can see the keyframes blink is given, background color is added, transparent to each and every section with 0.9, 50%, 0.9%, 100%. Then we have P before, further to content is given. In the display is block, heading for the header, lazy element, we are adding the anchor tag. For that anchor tag, we are adding the display, text element center. And we also added to it hamburger button. For that hamburger button, we will display the center, pointer, border is 50%. But we can see here, then this border is 50%. Next we have icon, function is given, color is given. Then we have box button after border radius for 50%. Then we have span element space block, height is given, number is given to it, before and after effect is added given. Now then we have the navigation for the navigation position is fixed. Given, padding is given, different box values are added, so you next one. Also values auto, visibility is hidden. So this navbar will be here until we perform the nav menu icon that is present in the home section. When you click on this button only, the nav menu will be visible close. Fade out active, equal to visible index equal to 0.5%. Then now menu open is visible as it is equal to 1 0 is 9. So now menu is nothing but close now menu. So block actually then project pointer texture is like that. And you can see closing the notice border radius 50%. Now menu inner then which tightens the adding of this one margin buttons. Then we have added the margin border for it. For the anchor tag, we are adding the text elements. Then color is added to the tag. What are the is added to separate after the we have to copy that text for that function factor with this is the picture for the function. And we will transfer here. And you can see when screen full screen of given below on section, padding is 50 pixel and that is given. Text is given for the frame image, background is given below, then you have the paragraph tag. Then for the paragraph tag elements, we are adding the font size from here to color and matching is given to it. For the text element, which one we need about the data. Then for the image, we have given the size and border radius of 50% because we can be getting an exact second photo from the image. Then the section comes here. Before that, we will see the navbar. How the navbar works in the navbar works. You can see here. First, we are creating a navbar. Now we are creating by keeping the position fixed what the visible to sit on. So it is not visible to us. So what I will do is that whenever somebody clicks on the nav menu icon, so whenever somebody clicks on the nav menu icon, so whenever somebody clicks on this nav menu icon, so what will happen is that it will create the JavaScript library. And here you can see we have created constant, that is memory constant is created, plus memory constant is also created. These values are deferred from the index.html file. And what are we doing? We're creating three constants. And we are adding an event listener to event listener to hammer button and close nav button. So what will it do is that it will add show menu or hide menu will be activated. If you think that we are right now with the this section, right? We are in the starting phase. I have clicked on this icon. So what will happen is that we will go to the show menu and we will add toggle open. So what will this open will do? Open is nothing but that is now we are adding when open. Right? Open will is added because of which visibility will become visible and the nav bar will be shown. And if you click on the close nav button, then it will open the hide nav menu function will be activated, and the nav menu classes remove, open will be removed, and fade out effect will take place, and the body scrolling will take place. Suppose it will the nav bar will be disappeared, nav menu will be disappeared, and we come back to the starting page. This fade out effect is added to the section, that is fade out effect is added, and the nav menu will be disappeared, and we will get the main section that we are presenting. Then we can go to the next one, that is the about section. The section. You can see this is the about section. We have the main div, that is the container div, inside which we have the device row. For the row, we are adding the extra piece wrap, right? And because of which only HTML element, HTML that is about new, and HTML element heading tag for the educational experience. Then we have another div as row, and inside that div we have the event image, that is portfolio image. Then we have link our div element for social media social icons that we have integrated in our website. And these icons can be seen by using the anchor element. And for each anchor element, we have added the I tag to add the icon into here, that is Facebook icon. You can see Facebook, YouTube, then we have guitar, Twitter, then we have Instagram and LinkedIn. And you can see we have added outer shadow, color and shadow, link card. These are all styles that we have already gone through. So these are all styles will be applied to this social media icons. Then we have created about info. In the about info we have paragraph info, about info image. There is nothing but here we are going to get the typing. I have not entered any data because we will get from the auto typing. You can see this is the one that will be displayed in the about me section. You can see I have created a function here, and here about info timer. What will happen is that this string will be typed into the fourth section that we have here in the about info email. Here typing speed equal to 7 and content type is HTML. So 100 milliseconds will take to type this data into this paragraph element. Using the JavaScript, then we have auto typing and using JavaScript. Then we have line tag for view download, that is for our download view button, and one more line tag for our higher move button. Then the above section, then the above section, in the above section we have the skills. Then we have the div, that is row div. In the row tabs we have the skills, experience, and education, three span elements. Then we have the skill section that starts here in the skill section. We have uh, the new div, that is full div. Inside the div, skill div, each and every skill has its own div. This is the div we have. Inside that we have the paragraph element for the name of the skill, that is HTML. Then we have another div for progress in that path, and then we have div for progress path. Here by mentioning the style, when we click calculation, we are going to have the bar effect in our website, and by using span element we are mentioning the total percentage of proficiency in that, and we are copying this exact div again for skills. For this purpose I am copying like 7 skills again. Then we can go to the experience section. In the experience section I am having a div. You can see timeline items. In the timeline items div, this is the main div. Here I am having the div inside which I am adding the icon, that is previous icon. Then we have the span element to mention the timeline, S3 element, heading element, and H4 heading element. Then we have the paragraph element, and the same div is copied again. You can see the timeline item, it is copied again for 2 more times. Then the experience section and see. Then you can go to the education section. In the education section, uh, you can see the same code that I have used for the experience section, and it copied here for the education section. Also timeline, when I have integrated the icon, graduation cap icon, then I have used the span element and the X3 element and paragraph element for adding the data, and the same data is copied again for 3 more times. This will end the about me section. And let me show you the about me section. This is the about me section. You can see the typing effect is taking place, and the details are getting printed here because we are not able to typing JavaScript to it. Then about section padding unified is given, or the about page flex is given, matching with padding is added to it. Image box border radius is 5 pixel, padding 50 pixel. You can see here image box. You can see it gives as an impression, that is a 3D viewing website. We have social links for that, margin and text center is given. Social links and the tags we are adding the height with them concept is given to them. And then for the tags we are adding the language is given, and more according to the anchor tags, the color will change. You can see these are the anchor elements and social icons that we have, and when we go on to it, we're getting the box effect like the 3D pattern that we have already seen, and the color also is changing because we are adding the whole effect here. Then we have shadow of the border radius 14 pixel. Then we have about info for that. Flex is added, maximum width is added, padding is added, and then we have the info time element. For that we are adding the font size, margin height, margin bottom, color is given. And for the report section, report info, color and font weight, display is given here. And for tabs, font size, displays are given here. Then you can go to the color, display, flux, animation given, and for the tab content revision text displays now. In skills, you can go to the skills section. Then we go to the skills section. So the skills section, you can see the bar effect. And for the bar effect, we are using the progress. Height is 20 pixel, border width is 20 pixel, position for relative. And for skills item, paragraph element, we are giving the functions, color, text decoration. And for the purpose bar, we are giving the background color is black. Height is 6 pixel, left is 7 pixel, top is 7 pixel, position is absolute. And as for the span element, we are giving position is absolute. And we are giving the color as black. You can see here the bar is created, and then we are adding the color to it using the span element. And for then we have the education and experience section. Education. experience section. For both of them, we are adding the above section. Timeline is given to them. There is the positions added to them. Then we have flex direction, maximum and padding is given. For the before content, width is equal to 20 to 0, 10,000 times 0, position absolute. This is for that. You can see this box. This is the timeline box for each and every day. You can see like a 3D button that is enlarged from the website. This button is created here by the before function that we have with the CSS. And here what we have let the text align is given to them. Then what effect is added to them when we have added the before function to the content as well. Then write info icons for the icons. We have given icon which is given border is given because with icons but we have between brief case icons in the experience, and for the education we have the graduation icon, the same icon. The icons span limit color display is given to them, margin to them, text transform is capitalized. You have three text for paragraph elements, you have font size, font style, color and margin. Then we have the services section. The services section, the services section. Having container, then we have a container view, use web services, streaming for the library. Then we have what we do inside that we have service section. Service item starts here. Inside we have a div which is repeated again. Here you can see this is the service item card div. Inside that div we have div with an icon that is a fake code icon. Then we have statement for editing of it, present, and paragraph element for some information. The same div is copied again for 6 more times. 6 more times. You can see the service section. This is the service section. And you can see the three divs. When you go onto it, the div moves in this omnidirectional 360 degree. You can move and you go onto it, and time of the icon also changes. You can see here in the service section that we have in the CSS. You can see that the service item text is given maximum width, displays flex, wrap, and inner. For the text align is center. You can see the data, every data is aligned exactly at the center of the div. Then we have paragraph icon, and for the icon we are adding the color, and we are adding the box shadow for the icon. Then we have the order after effect, box shadow effect. Then for each and every icon we are adding the height, width, text align, border radius is given to them. Then we have the after effect for the icon, that is you can see here. Whenever you hover onto it, the icon will come outside. You can see here before it is hover, the icon looks like it's inside the div, and whenever you hover onto it, it looks like the button that came out of the div. Next we have icon h3 element. H3 element we are adding the font size and font family values, and the service section ends here. Then we have the portfolio section. Go to the portfolio section. In the portfolio section we have the section title, go, and data heading, this portfolio. Then we have the h2 element test work. Then we have the portfolio section starts here. In this we have the div filter. We are adding the filter here by using the data target and mentioning the values here. By adding those values in our each and every div that we are going to create, we can be able to perform the filter operation in the website. Here I am adding all web application, mobile app, as well as Canva design. And the portfolio starts here. In this portfolio item, this is the first one. We have the car rental website. In this, we are adding the images. You can add data screenshots, as many photos that you want to add about this project, you can add here. Then we have the span element to view the project. This is the button. Then we have another paragraph element for car rental. Then we have portfolio details. These details will appear when you click on the button. You can see here. Right now we are in the div, and inside the div description div have its element for the project brief. Then we have paragraph element. Then we have another div for project info, and we have another list item to mention the details about the project. Then we have the portfolio item ends here, and the same portfolio design from this point to here is copied again. You can see it is copied again for 6 more times, so that we can be able to add 6 more projects into our website. And you can see here, for each and every project, we are data categories given, right? If you mention this is Canva, I will mention here, this is also Canva, this is web application, right? So whenever you click on the filter elements, right, we have the filter elements on the top, right? Let me show you. Uh, just 1 second. You can see here, whenever you click on those values, then these filter values will check whatever the data attributes are given, right? You can see here, and here I have data categories web application, right? So whenever I click on this web application filter button, whatever data categories web application is written, those only projects will be displayed. Remaining all will not be displayed. This is how you create the filter effect in your website. And you can see I've created here trends. Let me show you the portfolio. This is the portfolio, and you can see the filter that is all web application, mobile app, Canva. And you can see the hover effect on the image, portfolio image. Whenever you hover onto it, view project will be visible to you. View project will be visible, and view project will be visible. View project will be visible, uh, and uh, and we can go to the CSS. You can see portfolio section, contact gallery section title, which portfolio adding is given, text analysis center, and filter items. We are adding text analysis center. You can see all everything we got it exactly at the center. Then we have filter item active, color is given to them, opacity is added to them. Then we have portfolio item. At the portfolio item, we are adding the definitions. Then for display content is center, displays man for the hide elements, and show is displays block. So whenever you click on it, whenever you click on the whole section, it will display the details. Text transform is given, position is given, capitalize, then value font size, transition is given to them, and view project, transfer equal to 8 pixel, opacity equal to 1, hover effect, then budget font is given to the portfolio item in the paragraph elements. You can see the portfolio pop-up. For that, we are using text transform is lowercase, and portfolio pop-up is nothing with background position is fixed, 50, width is 100%, height is 100%, index is 1000, scroll is scroll, visibility is hidden. Visibility will become visible whenever we click on the portfolio button. So here this is nothing but, so let me show you the image. So whenever you click on this view project button, what happens is that it will open a new page. Inside that new page, we're gonna have inside that new page we're gonna have the images that we have added, as well as we're gonna have the details, like the details that we added. You can see the description that we added, right? The description and these images will be displayed in that new page that will open when you click on this view project button, or when you click on this portfolio works that you have done. So that is done here by using this portfolio pop-up. So first it is visibility is hidden. So what happens is that whenever you click on that, you trigger a JavaScript function. Let me show you that. Tabs by term. You see this portfolio filter and pop up. So here this is the one filter we have already seen. Filter data category show. It's my portfolio item now. You can see this is the one. So here what we are doing is that whenever you click on it, we are adding an event booster, and whenever you click on it, we are adding this portfolio parent element, and we are creating another new section will open up. New div will open up, and it will display. And it will the display is none, right? For the screenshot display will be none. So next it will preview and display button will be blocked, because for the single image it will only show as none. The display buttons preview and next button will be not be visible. If you have more images, the preview button and next button will be added. and you can see that we are adding the data screenshots here. At the same time, we are adding the portfolio environment, and whenever you click on the project, then it will add the active button to it, and we are adding an open. Toggle open is added to it. You can see the open. What is this open? Open is nothing but the visibility will become visible, and you will be able to see the portfolio. You will be able to see the portfolio, and whenever pop-up image is given, you can see here active, and then preloader is there. And whenever you click on the cross button, the portfolio will details, right? It will be there, right? So what is here in style equal to displacement, right? So what will happen is that it will whenever you click on the plus button, it will open the portfolio details, and whenever you click on the minus button, it will close the details. And at the same time, uh, we have the categories, right? Split data categories will be added to it, and whenever you want to move to the next slide, like you want to see the next image, you can click on the arrow button that we added, and you can be moved to the next section, next slides that you have. Pre-slide also it will work. This is for the pre-slide. So if you want to go back to the slide, for that we have admin event listener and the screenshot dot length -1. That is it's a small function that I have written, and then now we have the plus and minus buttons will be added if we add and remove. So whenever you click on the plus button, it will open the data, and when you click on the minus button, it will close the data. And this active and this minus buttons are added. And hide all sections will be removed. Whenever you click on the close button, it will close the entire portfolio, new portfolio itself that was added. And if you go back to the starting page, it will pop up, implicit is given, separator. Then we have the body element. Then top active font weights are given to them. Then we have the details h3 font size font weight. These are all the normal values that we give, like normally spine elements, all these values. Look like something new here. Then we can go to portfolio. Then we can go to the contact section. The contact section. In the contact section, we have the section title, data heading, div. Then we have h2 element for getting tags. Then we have the main div that is the row. And inside div, we have the div for each and every one, that is phone, email, and address. First, we are creating a div. Inside that div, we have an icon for phone icon. Then we have span element for phone and power element for the phone number. And the same div is copied again for 3 more times. Then we have another div contact form div. Inside that div we have the form element. Inside that div we have the row, and each and every div has an input element, and with the type is also mentioned here. And you can see after that we have a div for our text area. Whenever you want to give more details, then you can use the text area button. Then we have text area. Then we have just the submit button by adding the send message button in the contact section once here. And portfolio pop-up. This is personal portfolio. This we have already seen in the portfolio section. Then we have preview and replay buttons that we have already seen. Then feature. We have linked our main JavaScript file, jQuery, we have the type.js, and we have linked JavaScript file.js, animation, plasma vision animation.js, animation typing.js, some PDS animation.js to our website, contact card and link card. These all elements have maximum width is given, speed is given to them. This will be visible for the JavaScript. You can go to the styles for the contact one. This is the contact div. You can see the icons, and you can see the form elements are there aligned. That we are using the display alignment is center. And the type time display flex, and we are adding them aligned and flat to the center. And we have the inner elements, span elements, we are using font size convert also added to them. And then paragraph element, span element, the display block is added. Contact font. Then we have inner grid. Then we have border radius is given to them. Inside the border radius, the covered edges, just looking at the border radius which are given. We put control, then have the contact the submit button, forward flex, managing it is doing, text time is doing, padding is doing, do it. You can see the button below. This one's here. This style feature is nothing but whenever you want to change this website has the light and dark mode, right? So whenever you click on the button, you can change the style of it. But that style is done here. And we have the responsive CSS. Responsive CSS is nothing but when you want to make your website responsive, it available in mobile tab version or in desktop versions. Then we will add this responsiveness to it. Here I am changing the values based on media max width 192 that and medium pixel below screen size value. These values will apply to them. Text maximum, text values will change, margin values will change. That's only no new values are added here. The surrounded only small changes will be there, like the margin values will change, padding values will change, that's all. Which you can see font size, that's all. There are no new values added here, we are just changing the margin and padding values based on the size of the uh, size of the device, that's all. And as profile, go down, like filter function is added, boundary tab, and the typing CSS. You can see here the data that is going to be displayed in the starting page, right? In the home section. In the home section, you can see. In the home section, you can see web developer is typed, right? So that JavaScript is done here by using the animation JavaScript that we have used here. And by mentioning the text array, these values will be displayed in place here, in place of this web developer. And with a typing delay of 200, we are raising delay of 100. It means it will first type the data, and then it will erase the data, and it will write the next data. The animation is done here. Then next text value, delay between current and next text value 2000 seconds. Right here. And the typing is done. This is the small code that is written, erasing and typing. And we are also adding here we are adding the typing effect for our website. And then so you can see this is the one page. This is the one page for the lightning portfolio, portfolio in the lightning services in the lightning, education, experience, content. So, if you like the content, please do like, share, and subscribe. It takes really a lot of effort for building these projects and explaining them to you. For more tutorials, please visit the channel. If you like the content, please do like, share, and subscribe. The source code is available in the description. Thank you so much for watching this video. Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. Today we are going to create this responsive portfolio website using HTML, CSS, and JavaScript. The source code is available in the description. And if you like the content, please do like, share, and subscribe. The full tutorials for different websites that I have built are available on the channel. Please do visit the channel for more amazing content. Now let's go through the website. So let's go to the website. Right now we are in the home section. You can see the type effect, the name Abhiram. You can see the typing effect, and the starting page is done by using typed JavaScript library. And you can see the effect of motion effect for the objects. This is also done by using JavaScript. And you can see the hover effect on the button, 3D button. You can see the 3D button effect and the menu bar. You can see. Now let's go to the about section. This is the about section, and you can see the typing effect here. You can see how the details are getting typed on one sentence after the other. You can see the hover effect on the buttons. You can see the hover effect on the button, the color changing effect. Then we can go to the skills section. You can see we have done the bar animation effect that we have used here to represent our skills with the percentages. And by clicking on the experience, we can go to the experience section. You can see how smoothly we have designed, integrated the icons also. You can see the icons and education section. Then we can go to the services section and you can see the hover effect on the services bar blocks like a 3D object moving, and you can see change in color and the icon also, and you can see how they are moving based on the movement of the mouse, the hover effect. And then we can go to the projects, portfolio section, that is projects, and we have used the filter effect that we can filter the projects based on the domain that we have presented here, and you can see the hover effect on the images also. And if we go to the web development, web application, we only have 3 projects. And we can go to the mobile app, we have only 1 project. We have Canva design, we have 2. So this is the filter effect that we have done by using HTML, CSS, and JavaScript. And when you click on any one of the projects, you will be taken to that image directory for that particular project. You can see you can add more images and you can move from one image to another image here. And you can also view details by clicking on this project details button. You can see the name of the project, the category, and project basic information, and the link to the project and what tools we have used. You can see all this, and also by clicking on this project details button, you can see that it will closes back, and we can go back to our portfolio section. It is available for each and every section, every project. Very smooth animation, and you can see the box effect around it, a 3D block effect. And you can go to the contact new section. You can see the hover effect on the box, and the icons also integrated. You can see how smooth transition is in place for the each and every input elements. And the submit button. This website is entirely responsive, that is, it is also available in mobile and tab version. And this website also has light and dark mode. You can see here by clicking on this right side light button, you can move to the light mode. This is the light mode. You can see the hover effect, transitions. You can see how the website. You can see smooth transition effects, how neatly they are aligned. And you can see the hover effects in every section, entirely made like a 3D blocks. Very professional look to your portfolio. Very impressive with the recruiters. You can change back to light and dark mode by clicking on the same button. You can switch between light and dark mode. The website is entirely responsive, that is, it is also available in mobile and as well as in tab version. You can see this is the mobile version of the website. You can see the smooth transition effect and how everything is aligned perfectly based on the size of the screen that we have, because in the mobile sections we don't have that much amount of space, right? We have in the tab or in the desktop we have lot of space, and we can go to each and every section easily. Well, you can see the filter effect. Also, this is the mobile version, how neatly they have all been aligned. And you can also change the theme by clicking on this button here. The theme change. From one section to another section using the nav bar. You can see it gives a very professional look to the website. The entire website is made using HTML, CSS, and JavaScript. The source code is available in the description. And if you like the content, please do like, share, and subscribe. The full tutorials are also available on the YouTube channel. If you like the content, please do like, share, and subscribe. Definitely try to visit the channel for more amazing content. And if you have any suggestions, please let me know in the comment section. And definitely try to visit the channel for more amazing content. There are a lot of tutorials available on the channel, and lot of websites that are built, portfolios, restaurant websites, car rental websites. You can learn front-end development. Uh, Thank you.